once they get there, they're what? But it's once they get there, they're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's like till he shows he can win a playoff game, then I don't want to hear nothing from Lamar.
He did win a playoff game.
How long ago? Like 3 years ago, probably.
He beat the Titans like a couple years ago.
The Titans bounced them.
I can't believe that Lamar
when they went 14-2.
Titans bro, right there.
And then he turned around and beat them the year after that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, what happened after that? They got eliminated the following. Like he
kept getting hurt after that.
Another reason why I don't have
Tyler Huntley was their quarterback. That's what happened.
Oh dear God! Even with Lamar, they're not. I'm telling you, they're not get. They'll get to maybe an AFC title game. I'll give them that.
Okay, if you can make an AFC title game, then you have Super Bowl aspirations. You're in that mix.
I ain't getting no AFC
title. That's the game for the Super Bowl.
Exactly. If you can get to that, then yeah, that makes you a part of that mix.
Hey, that's him. I'm not giving no AFC championship. I'm not even giving him that.
All right, let's go. What up? Welcome to the All Grind Sports Show where we are politically incorrect. I go by the name of JC. As you can see, man, I'm here with all my wonderful brothers and co-hosts to help me officially bring in week 1, man. We are literally 2 days away, man, and it came back around fast. Seemed like we was just doing the Super Bowl preview. Now here we are, week 1, where everybody feel like their team got a chance. Or so you would think. But thank y'all for tuning in the way y'all have been. Make sure y'all continue to like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate that. So without further ado, man, as y'all can see, we got a full house. This is actually the most people we've ever had on our panel in All Grind Sports history. So we hit us a milestone today. We've attempted to do this quite a few times. It was the first time it came through. So thank all y'all for pulling up the way y'all did, man. Let's get into it, man. We got the big dog, one of my mentors, the OG, the big ragu in the building.
Word. Hey, Josh, we love you, baby. Way to get back in there. This is my last time wearing the 28. I'm going to go out and get the 8, baby. But yeah.
Oh, he changed the number up.
Yeah, because
he number 8 now.
Out here, his shit TJ Maxx at 28 jersey, all up in TJ Maxx, Burlington. They gonna sit that shit up the road, but they getting that 8 out there.
Yeah.
And then we got
to change last year. They was gonna charge him like $4 million. They said.
And then we got one of my brothers, man, one of the greatest superstars in the planet. I know you see the nickname. He a little miserable today, but want to lift his spirits, man. We got my guy, my little bro, Isaiah Anthony of the Ant Hill Productions, man. What's going on?
How y'all doing today, man?
Right, brothers. It's gonna be all right.
College football done kicked off.
We gonna be all right.
They will down there trying to be funny, but it's all right. It's all right. Rocking out with y'all. I'm happy to start another NFL season, even if I don't think it'll go too well for my Raiders. Fire Josh McDaniels. But hopefully that'll happen this season. So let's get to it.
And then we got my guy who sent me a personal invitation to come talk his spit today. My young bro that we ain't seen in a minute, man, but he's back and healthy. I would hope, right?
Yes, sir.
My boy back and healthy, man. We got my guy Jay Will in the building, man. What's going on?
Life's good. College football's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ain't that right out there?
Gators lose. You got all the time in the world now. That damn semester. I know that semester done damn stuff.
Damn, you ain't lying, boy.
My favorite time of the year.
Yeah. And as y'all can see, my other young brother, man, he got the fro rocking today. I see you, my guy, from the So Icy gang, tatted like a biker gang. My guy, Andre the Sports Junkie. What up, man?
What's going on? Real quick, I just want everyone, friends and family, to know Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, I will be in hibernation for the next 169 days.
It's that time.
Let me know. Come hit me back up February 12th.
February 12th.
And then we got my day one sandbox type spit, man, coming fresh off his birthday shenanigans that he's celebrating what, all Virgo season, right?
So you do it, baby.
My fellow Virgo, Storm and Norman in the building. What's going on?
What's going on, baby? Ready for football?
You probably the only one here actually excited about the season for real. Like, we claim we excited, but you the only one that really got, like, you feel me, something to somewhat be excited about.
Man, as long as you get a one win, you should be excited. Your team did something, baby. That's all that matters. They showed it 1 week for you. That's it. 0-16 now. I mean, 0-17.
Nigga, that's easy for you to say right now, nigga. You ain't had that energy when Alex Smith was over there stinking that spit up with the one win.
Honestly, gave me that one win, bro. Like, we go 0-16, 17, wherever it is. Yeah, that's when you be throwing in town. Like, it's time for everybody. We need new players everywhere.
I think that was Cleveland.
So Dre, before we get cracking, man, I don't mean to single you out as we starting, but before we get cracking, because I was having a conversation with Ragu yesterday, and I was trying to, everybody was hitting me about us having a college football segment. I think this is probably going to be our first official one for this much time, right? So I needed to get, because if I'm not mistaken, I think I got everybody else's team, and I had an idea of who your team might be, but I think I might have got it wrong. So I need you to officially give me the college football team before we get into it for real, man.
You're all the way fucked up.
Ohio State, baby. Buckeye Nation.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that one. Ragu, are you cool with the Ohio State?
I mean, it's F them too, but not on the level of
Notre Dame.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, so I got some family members that are Notre Dame fans. Can't do it.
All right, so let's get into it, man. We'll start with the major one that I'm sure was on everybody's timeline, the Colorado upset. Deion clearly let everybody know how he felt about it, which nobody should have been surprised about it. But
all I gotta say is 5 words: Travis Hunter is that guy. That's all I gotta say. That guy.
So that's the number one recruit, dude.
Yeah.
45. That's the one he snatched with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw he played over 100 plays, 50 offense, 50 defense, 50 plus.
So was that something that Deion did as well? He played both in college back in the day, or he was just on?
No, he wasn't playing.
How often does this happen in college?
He used to play punt return and corner.
If you never offense, it might be for like a play or two. What Travis Hunter did was like some 1930 shit.
Yeah. So, like Bronco Nagurski.
So Deion on some other spit right now, basically.
Huh?
I said so. Deion on some other spit with having this like sort of, like having a guy run, because that was a lot of the criticisms I heard, that 100 snaps a game might not work out for a full season. But who's to say that's what he's gonna do for the full season? But
I mean, even in the old college football game, the guy was never as good at one of the positions. And you could play him the whole game or whatever if you wanted to, and he would get tired quicker and all that. So, this guy did basically some better than video game shit.
Yeah, bro. He had
and balled on both sides.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was actually
side. He had 11 catches, 119 yards. Then on the defensive side, he led the nation in pass breakups with 3, and then also got an interception.
A pick.
So I believe he only lit up like 1 catch, like 5 yards. I believe that's like the only thing he really lit up on defense. Like that's crazy.
He is the truth.
And I just want to throw in there too, I love what Colorado did at the end of the game. They clamped down. They were able to get that turnover on downs. But more importantly, can we talk about Shedeur Sanders for just a quick minute? 510 passing yards on 38 completions, 4 touchdowns. I mean, he had a day.
Yeah, they all had a day. Like it was just so funny because everybody's talking crap. Oh, these FCS kids can't come in and play. This. Okay, bro. And they came in and showed like, bro, we can play football. We know how to play football.
Beat a team who was in the title game.
Even though they got their butt whooped, they would still beat them.
The crazy thing about it is that like everybody that's stuffed on this team, like this is like basically an entire new Colorado team. Like they only got like I think a few guys coming back from that 1-11 team. So like for them to go out, Dion recruit all these players within a span of like a few months, kind of get them together, have them play the not defending national champs, but somebody who played in the national championship the previous year and beat them regardless of what the stipulations were, playing them on the road in a tough environment. Like that's really, really impressive. Like I think Dion has always kind of been like that underdog in coaching where people's just never been just like, they've always kind of slept on him. Even at Jackson State, people were just kind of like not pleased. And when he got the job at Colorado, people were saying this Colorado team's not going to be good. He's going to die out fast, whatever. But I feel like with this win, people are now starting to take notice and like, give him the credit that he deserves as a head coach because he is a great head coach, man.
And everything he poured into this program from the start of the offseason to now, he's done so much.
Well, you're sounding robotic, my boy.
Isaiah, bro.
Oh, my bad. We good?
No, you need to check that mic, my boy.
Oh man.
Make sure you don't got no
Isaiah said that's that McDonald's, my boy.
It just surprised me because he was straight just a second ago. But yeah, it's just real funny how they talked about this Colorado team sucking. It's just like, bro, they won one game last year. I'm not gonna lie, if I'm the head coach, I'm walking in there and be like, bro, everybody's scholarship is on the line right now because y'all 1-11 last year. There was nothing good about the season except for that one win. So I mean, like people were pissed off that he came in and kind of overhauled the program with his own players and stuff. But I'm just like, I mean, would you not? If your team is 1-11, would you not want a complete overhaul of the program?
It's funny you say that. Not only that, but like there was also another team, Texas State, who did almost the exact same thing. And what did they do? They went on the road against Baylor, got a victory. So I mean, I feel like this is like the new age where it's like the transfer portal. That's where you want to attack at if you want to win college football games. It's not just about recruiting anymore. If you got teams like Texas State tearing up in the transfer portal, they come out and they beat a Baylor team who just a couple of years ago was like in a New Year's Six like a bowl game. I mean, that kind of says a lot about how the transfer portal is affecting college football right now.
And it's crazy because that team that beat Baylor got paid to come down there. Like those FCS get paid like a few $1 million to come down there, and they ended up whooping their tail. So it's just hilarious. But yeah, you're right. I mean,
if you go back maybe about 10 years or so now, I remember Appalachian State beat Michigan. So before the whole transfer portal era, it's just that sometimes you get back then we called them bounce backs. You know what I'm saying? Where the dudes would go D1 and it not work out, and then schools like Appalachian State would end up with a bunch of guys that were D1 guys that bounce back from there for whatever reason. And now you got the portal though, which makes it a little bit easier, I guess, for guys to move around like that. But yeah, it happened before the portal.
Yeah. So a lot of coaches should be scared of Colorado coming up here soon. I mean, you have Deion Sanders, who's starting to prove more and more each time that he's a good head coach. And Deion Sanders come walking in your kid's room, like talking that talk. Like we all know Prime can talk his way into anybody's like mind about going to the school. So hey, I mean, that transfer portal opened up. I see him talking to some of the TCU kids after the game, and I'm like, yeah, that's that transfer portal talk. Come on over. It's not looking good.
Hey, bro, it's hard to turn down Deion in your living room, man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, all of these dudes' dads is probably big fans of his.
Yeah, And you trying to play with prime time, baby. You better get out there. Stop playing.
Yeah. And not only is he a good head coach, he's also somebody who understands what it is to be a young black male
He just got too much of the package, bro. He's
Yeah,
whoever he wants, I would imagine, bro, he get, man. Hell, shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm jealous right now as a Florida
It's
fan.
like Prime and then everybody else. Y'all can have all the dudes I don't want.
Yeah.
So all that being said, how surprised were y'all, if at all, that he got this game?
I was not. I was
was
like, if there's gonna be any upset, this so-called upset this weekend, I figured it'd be that
was
game.
the one.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought a good showing, but they was probably gonna get popped. For them to go and do what they did, man, and that to his son, to his performance, and then that kid Hunter with the video game shit that he did. I didn't see that shit coming, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't have him winning the game, and I didn't have Shador doing that, or that Travis Hunter kid. Wow.
Right. The Travis Hunter kid got me.
I do agree that Shador extremely exceeded my expectations. Like, I figured he was a good QB, but to throw for 5'10", even if you want to say what's it conference?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Big 12, Big 12 defenses usually aren't the strongest of defenses, but to throw for 5'10", regardless, like that don't happen.
I mean, he kept there like he had been playing in the Big 12 for 2-3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how he did it. I mean, shout out Shador, shout out Travis, shout out to the whole Colorado team. Matter of fact, didn't they have like 3 or 4 receivers who went over 100 yards?
Yeah. Shout out to the Buffs, man.
I mean, look at the coaching too, and look at the coaching. Not just Sanders himself, but the staff as a whole.
I mean, he understands.
Yeah, that's a part of the personnel for sure.
And did you see the team L for leaders and D for dogs?
So then it also helps too that when you go to these kids' home, their individual position coach is a guy as well. So
right. It's
tough to turn down, bro,
I feel like not only that, but when you look at it from a physical, like a football aspect, I see what Isaiah means, where he probably wasn't surprised. And like, if you kind of look deeper into that game, that TCU team lost almost like their entire starter lineup. Like, they were completely wiped out. That national championship team, when they played Georgia and lost badly, most of those guys are gone. You know what I mean? So it was really more of a prove how good TCU really is. Can they, contain this consistency on this level of college football? Also, it was a Colorado team who also needed to prove something as well. And I feel like the result of that, we got a great game. Both sides played well, but at the end, Dion and Colorado, they went ahead and wrapped it up, and it was just great performances.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, the rest, because I know they're still in the Pac-12 for this year. I ain't gonna lie, the Pac-12 need to be a little bit on their toes. I know USC got a strong team. Utah still the defending champs, still a strong team. Oregon, but they need to be on their toes a little bit, because Colorado is going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder from all that talk in the summer the whole year.
The Pac-12 is going to go extinct, but it looks like this year they're going to actually have a decent over there. It was just kind of funny to me.
Yeah, so I mean, it's for all those teams. Colorado's playing with house money right now. They ain't got nothing to lose, because everybody's expecting them to be bad, but they fuck that. We gonna be one of the strongest teams in the nation right now. So they playing with that chip on their shoulder and just letting it all hang loose. As far as their play calling, that OC was just dialing up plays all day, getting players open, getting players into space.
Are you surprised that they got ranked already?
I will say I'm a little bit surprised by that, but I feel like between from week 1 to week 3 or 4, rankings don't matter.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's just because I'm not gonna say okay. So some of these teams are playing quote unquote cupcakes, you know what I'm saying? Georgia played what?
T. Martin.
Yeah, UT Martin. Ole Miss played Mercer. the big one is Oregon playing Portland State. Like they beat the
putting up basketball numbers.
Yeah, 81-7.
And Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma 73 zip. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, how can I really evaluate a team and say they're one of the best teams in the nation and they haven't really gotten to their conference schedule or playing ranked team? Yes, you had a couple big ranked matchups with what you call it? What the fuck is it? LSU versus FSU. You know what I'm saying? But it's still early in the season. So I'm just like,
and I agree with you because like, you know, Clemson was ranked like 9.
Yeah.
And we got them out of there last night, 28-7. They look horrible. Now they're ranked 25.
Who did that, man?
They look terrible.
They look
LSU against FSU. And I despise FSU, but they look like LSU did not look like a top 10 team, let alone 5 team. So they just got completely outclassed this weekend.
They shouldn't have been ranked that
crazy
high.
Crazy thing about that game is it was 17-24 at one point, and then it ended up 38-17.
They were up 17 to freaking 14 at half. So I was like, okay, maybe LSU. And then next thing you know, boom, FSU just
and that defense was on fire. That defense LSU could not move that ball at all.
But I'm just not surprised. I feel like LSU was extremely overhyped because they made it to the SEC championship. It shouldn't have been 8. It should have been somewhere around like 13, 14. I feel like Florida State was clearly the better team. I didn't really see any way that LSU would beat them. I feel like they were good in the first half. You know, they were really good. But like once the second half came, it was just like horrible. They showed why they're not considered in like the Alabama, Georgia, you know, dome
conversation.
Florida State is like once again looking like one of the best teams in the ACC again this year. So,
and Travis Jordan had a good game too.
Fuck
Ragu.
Looks like Duke is gonna make some noise in that ACC.
Yo, Ragu, I got a question for you.
Yo,
your expectations for the Williams kid this season? I'm sure you like what you see so far, but
yeah, he's got 9 touchdowns in 2 games. So you know, they didn't give Lamar the Heisman the second time. They could have. They may or may not give this kid the Heisman again, but you know, he'll put up Heisman type numbers. I'm not really worried about him. I'm worried about the defense of the Trojans and trying to make that college football playoff and make some noise in that. But yeah, another Heisman type performance, bro. Nothing short of that.
And that's what. And USC, man, they were so. And you know, granted, I'm an Ohio State fan, but that game was so fun to watch. Just seeing Caleb Williams do his thing was just so cool to see.
Against Rice, I mean, Nevada.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is the best player in college football to me.
Like for sure.
Like
I agree with him.
He is.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like week 1, I forgot who they played, but it was just like Caleb Williams out there making like plays. I'm like, man, this kid is the truth. I feel like you could throw a couple of names in there, but for me, clear cut, Caleb Williams is the best. If USC loses that man, oof. Like that, because their team.
What you mean, like to the drive or
anything like injury? just like you know, once Williams is off that team's going to get exposed because they didn't look that great to me. It was just Caleb Williams versus.
Yeah, in the first game, I didn't like the defense either.
It was really, really shaky.
Oh no, for sure. That's when they go to film, they're gonna have to look at that and be like, hey, like. You know, because I saw there were a couple plays where they got beat over the middle late, like at the beginning, and I was like, "Oh, you guys got to figure that out." And it was like it was on a repeative motion. They kept doing it until they figured it out.
And you know, it's funny because that's why teams play cupcakes week 1, kind of like find those mistakes, which is kind of probably why Utah decided to play Florida like another cupcake type school, so they can kind of like see what's working, see what's not working. And, you know,
hey, and it's probably why. Let's keep it 100. It's probably why a TCU had Colorado in.
Probably because Colorado's been bad for some time now.
That shit just backfired. Yeah. These games get scheduled. They get scheduled. You know,
pretty like
years in advance.
5 years in advance. You know, 3 to 5 weeks. Like Ole Miss got to travel down to Tulane this week, and Tulane just beat.
About to get popped.
I mean, it's like. it's kind of scary.
You ready to start 1-1 then?
Oh, I'm not saying all that. We should handle Tulane. I'm not worried about that.
So Norman,
countries. I'm not worried about it.
Norman, do you think this kid is going to break that module that you said of SC not having good quarterbacks in the league?
I mean, so will
the curse be broken?
Yeah, because he was committed to Oklahoma, and him and
also it don't count as
Oklahoma first. So
I knew he was going to.
What good quarterback Oklahoma had?
All right,
what QB has Oklahoma had?
We didn't have nobody either, but I'm just mad that USC got the nigga. Like when I seen him at Oklahoma, I was like, "Oh, this nigga about to be good. I got 3 more years with this nigga." And
he was solid too. His freshman year with Oklahoma.
I was like, man, put Spencer Rattler on the bench. Just keep that nigga in the game. And then the next thing I know, I hear, oh yeah, coach is going to USC and he's bringing the quarterback. Caldwell was with him. I'm like, ain't this mother sucker, man.
Well, you should have known he was going out there, boy. The boost out the USC going stupid on that NIL trip, boy.
You got Spencer Rattler running for his life.
And you got LA.
Yeah, he on a lot of commercials.
LA, Oklahoma, 5 minutes away from Staples Center, 5 minutes away from Arkansas. Which one we picking?
Yeah, he got the LA dream. I ain't mad at him, but
I was gonna say too, for Ohio State, they got real quick, they're still having a quarterback issue. That will be my one biggest scare, is they're going to be doing half and half between McCord and another QB. So I was like, dang, because there were some times where I was like, McCord, you better make the right play. You're getting benched.
Y'all losing to Michigan again this year. I can already see.
No, it is not. No.
I hate you can see that coming already, brother.
Quarterback situation will get figured out, and Michigan's gonna get whooped. That's what's gonna happen,
brother.
I got Marvin Harrison Jr. catching.
Love the confidence, brother.
That didn't look like no.
We ain't losing 3 straight years in a row. We beat them 8 years in a row. We ain't doing that.
Talk your spit then.
You got Urban Meyer.
That wasn't looking like no Ohio State front seven.
Thank you.
First game y'all played, y'all should have blew them out. That was way too close.
Michigan gonna run all through that little shit. Y'all don't get that taken care of.
We gonna figure it out. We ain't losing 3 years in a row.
Michigan by 4 scores, brother, because that was
damn.
Y'all gotta go
that nigga said, bro,
they're gonna figure this out.
Yeah,
they are gonna figure it out.
They better, bro.
They know they will.
Like I said, right now, as y'all are constructed, Michigan by 4 scores.
Yeah.
So can I get my Fire Billy Napier train going? Like, let him bring in his recruiting class from this year, and then after that, go ahead, get that boy up out of here, bro. like what I saw. You had us playing the only game on Thursday to put out that embarrassment of a product out on that field. Disgusting. You watch. My thing is, you watch players make plays and then, let me do this. Go away from him, bro. You got 2 thoroughbreds in the backfield and run the ball with them only 11 times. 11 times. Then the penalties, like simple mental mistakes. The false starts within the 10, just killing drives. The offensive line looked terrible. How do you allow 2 players with the same jersey on the field in special teams, bro? Please tell me how.
Hey, hold on, Jay. Will Isaiah had a great point. Prediction time, Colts time, and all that shit. Niggas was nowhere to be found because I think you kind of knew. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm glad you're better, but I think you kind of knew, my nigga. And then all of a sudden, you get that background. You able to make that background that you got there. Now you back, so I need you to explain to the people.
So our class is on break this week for Ole Miss or something. I'm just trying to figure out because all of a sudden,
all I gotta say is,
I'm glad to see you, brother. But all of a sudden, you got so much time to talk about my Gators.
Look,
just like Norman did the same spit. He ran away last season when the Guapolo and Purdy and Trey Lance and all that spit happened. As soon as them niggas go 8 straight, all of a sudden we start seeing Norman again right before playoff.
But look, Isaiah.
No, he didn't do that, did he? He didn't do that.
Yeah, he did, Ragu. Yeah, he did. Isaiah tell you.
But Isaiah, I did not tell you like a few weeks ago, y'all not finishing top 4 in that little division over there. Might as well just throw that in the water. Because if y'all can't Utah with like a backup quarterback,
they say that.
Amazing. Y'all look horrible. So many drops, so many penalties, so many bad mistakes. Like it was just bad. Y'all not feeding Trevor Etienne or whatever the guy's name is, who I feel like is a really good running back. Like I don't know what y'all were doing. Y'all look like a peewee team that just played their first down of football ever. Like it was just really bad. I feel bad for y'all. And you know what sucks? Hey, I'm gonna make it worse for you because you know how it sucks if y'all fire this year, y'all got to pay that man a bunch of money. Not to mention next year, the year after, when Oklahoma and Texas comes in, y'all got to play Texas, Miami, Georgia, and Alabama.
Shit.
So like y'all got like a gauntlet y'all got to go through next year as well. So it's just not really looking bright for Florida football right now.
Missing Tim Tebow.
Damn.
But you know, to make it a little happier though, I like y'all's quarterback. I don't feel like that loss was.
I still ain't watched that Swamp. I still ain't watched that Swamp
Yeah.
Nation documentary yet. I was planning on looking at that the other night, but I had to watch the Johnny Football one first.
That was a time to be alive.
I watched that shit too.
Exactly.
That was a time to be alive.
Great.
But it's just like I said, bro. He would watch Eugene Wilson catch the ball and get open in space. Like he's not getting his players open in space, bro. Hire an offensive coordinator, hire a pass game coordinator, hire a QB coach, bro. Because you cannot be all three and be the head coach, bro. That's not how SEC works, bro. Hugh Freeze, one of the best offensive minds in football. He even had an OC. Darren Mullen, he was the one who had our Gator team putting up 30, 35 a game in the SEC. He the one who took the spread offense and went, like, really took that bit national for real. Like, took that from the West Coast and made it a national thing where Alabama was copying them. Ohio State was copying them. Bro, he had an OC when he was here at Florida, even though he wasn't recruiting well. That's why he had to get up out of there and some of the culture issues and stuff. But, bro, Billy, you need to figure something out, bro, because the product that you're putting out ain't what Gator fans are gonna keep on the line, bro. That's disgusting, bro. Like what I saw on Thursday, absolutely undisciplined, unmotivated, and unqualified Florida football. Period.
And that's not Florida football.
And I was just about to say, like, Florida football, like, you know, they got some high expectations. Like, y'all don't play about football. These past almost decade, y'all have been just. You know what I mean? You're like, this is Florida football. Like, this is like one of the biggest programs.
Yeah, like we've had a sprinkle of good years here and there. We had
won that many natties.
Championship. Another year where we won like 10 games or something like that. But like, I ain't gonna lie, when Urban Meyer came in there and changed the culture back to like the 90s Gator teams where like, okay, we in the running to win the national championship. And at worst, we're gonna be in the New Year's 6 bowl game. Like that's the standard that we have here at Florida. And bro, I don't know what you got going on, bro. And I became a fan of Florida in 06 when they won that national championship. I had never seen college football before. All I knew was about NFL. So I went to my friend Blake's house. They got the Florida game on playing Tennessee, and they put the beating on Tennessee. And I was like, damn, what he got swag, boy. These boys, damn, what this is my team.
And it was right in your backyard.
Yeah, and you want to know the funny thing too? The funny thing about that year is you had one loss, and somehow you nearly at the end were able to scrape into the SEC title game.
Yeah, like they was watching. Like they'll talk about it on the Swamp Kings thing where they was watching the scoreboard at the SEC championship game, and they saw it, and they was like, all right, here's our chance to put the world on the map. And he know, Andre know, yeah, we went in there. Everybody thought that we were gonna go into Arizona to get our ass kicked, and then we put them boys we put Florida on the map, man. We let them boys know, like, Billy Napier, this ain't Louisiana Lafayette, Louisiana Monroe, whatever school, Raging Cajuns, wherever you came from, bro. This is Florida Gators SEC football, nigga.
Two natties.
We got pride, man. Come on, like, get it together, do something. Like, I know you got a recruiting class coming in, but I ain't gonna lie, boy, you ain't looking too good.
Yeah, he lucky.
2 natties for a reason.
I think we got like eight natties, I think.
Man, just had to throw that in.
I can't talk
Yeah, I
about
was just saying.
we haven't won since like the 1960s, but we ain't won since Arch Manning. But so you can have the
Damn.
I can't talk
We ain't
about
won in the playoff era yet,
And
but
you know what,
it's
Isaiah?
coming.
Real
It's
quick,
coming. It's coming, though.
real quick, Isaiah. I got a bone to pick with you, and since you brought up that Gator thing, you know I'm an Ohio State fan, so don't forget we owe you for that 41-14 ass whooping we took.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully we can get back to the college football playoff. We can see a team like Ohio State again. Like you know what I'm saying. But right now,
I love the college football playoff. I think it should be expanded immediately.
Yes, they
All right, hey Ragu, how many teams?
I mean, they can baby it and go from 8 right now. But really,
maybe,
we need a 16-team tournament, man. Stop playing.
maybe 24.
no, I don't know
16-team tournament, man. Stop playing.
I don't know.
I mean,
about 24.
No, why can't it be like March Madness, baby?
no.
There's
Hey,
just so
good
many.
point, good point, Norman. Good point.
There's just so many.
Maybe not
colleges.
games wise, but like,
Hey, Norm, they'll be
playing.
playing until St. Patrick's Day.
I feel like, look, you give them. I feel like you should just start the bracket like that. Like, look, just
Everybody got a chance.
All the NFL teams might as well make the playoffs. Shit.
I say 16, man, like they do over there in the FCS, like high school foot. You know what I'm saying? 16, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Now with the transfer portal and shit, I think possibly 16 might be able to work. It's very possible because you would have a little bit more room for upsets and stuff. But
And you best believe a 16 or get a 1.
Oh yeah.
One of them years.
I think they need. I need to see that 8 versus 1 first. You know what I'm saying? Give me an 8.
Yeah, that 8-1 with
I feel like because there were like 5 groups, of course, like before all this mayhem started. I thought 6 was good because you'll have the 5. I feel like you should have the 5 people who win the title, their conference title, and then you have like an at-large, school or whatever. That's like a smaller school, or whether that's like an Alabama team with like 1 or 2 losses. But now I feel like now it should probably be 8 because now you only got like 3 main conferences in the future, especially since the ACC is looking to go downhill pretty soon as well. It just really depends on a lot of bases.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit is shit.
So honestly, yeah, they really could stop playing and just make it 4 big conferences. Stop playing, make it even the team, and then the winners, the conference winners, are automatically top seeds. It's just a matter of kind of like the bracket, Norm. Each division, each conference winner is a top seed in a little portion of the bracket, and pair that shit off from there. Kind of just like draw it regular from there. Nobody's obligated to play no conference or none of that shit. No bowl game, none of that. Just draw names, and you play. You go there. You go there. Oh man, it would be awesome. Or you could do neutral sites.
I'll take
Although
that.
I think neutral sites would be only for the championship game only.
Is there any last thoughts on the week before we move on?
Georgia's the best team in football still right now. That's all I got.
I think after the first week and a half of college football, I would have to agree with that.
And then they don't even have Stetson Bennett. That's the funny thing.
I'm begging because it probably won't be us. Somebody please beat Georgia.
I'm
not having these 3.
It's been turned into that.
Ain't nobody 3-peated since Nebraska or was somebody. It was something like
Minnesota actually, which is
my bad. Minnesota. That's who it was in the 1930s. But I cannot have Georgia fans holding that over my head for the next however many years of my life, as long as God is willing.
Is that like the most your phone blows up after a game throughout the year when y'all play them?
Them and FSU, yeah.
I know you hate FSU.
Florida State is actually Pop's team, Isaiah. I was trying to get y'all to powwow for the ref stuff. It might not work.
I will say that it helps that the SEC doesn't play everybody in the SEC during the season. So that's why Georgia will likely make it there unscathed and then win again. But let's just add that because the other conferences, everybody plays at each other, bro.
I need somebody who was out.
And I'm sorry, but Georgia is just a machine, and it's only been a week. So
defense really mainly like the offense not even just great. It's just their defense year in, year out.
They have a good recruiting
Very
system.
dominant, very dominant.
You know how many pieces they lost last year? Like that defense, that entire
They have a good.
They all were in the first round of the draft. We do know. We do know how many pieces they lost.
They all went to Philadelphia, nigga. That's what happened.
Even worse. Even worse.
Right, JC.
Yeah, but it's just because they have a good recruiting unit.
I mean, Kirby Smart know what he's doing. I ain't gonna lie. He's beating Nick Saban at his own game right now, bro. He learned from
49ers need to hire them.
He getting paid way too handsomely at
Georgia. Just to recruit the quarterback. That's all. 49ers got everybody else. They just can't get that shit right.
And JC has them on the Rams. One of the guys that they lost, Stetson Bennett. I actually hope he does something one day.
He made the team.
I know you was hitting me up gassing this nigga in preseason. Nigga, ain't nobody falling for that.
30 years old, bro.
He made the team. I'm shocked.
You realize when Stetson
he made the 53-man roster on the Rams.
Stetson Bennett played with like freshman Sony Michel or something like that. And now that Stetson actually in the leagues, now Sony Michel's retired. Like that's crazy. Like he was at Georgia.
Get his old ass on up out of here.
Played with freshman
Sony Michel in preseason and shit, man. He didn't make that team. Let me see.
Made the team. The Rams ain't got nobody.
And the thing about it is he has a Georgia degree, which is even more crazy. But
so, what are you predicting Ole Miss's record to be?
Oh, we have the toughest schedule in the country. We probably probably lose 3 or 4 games, and I'll be fine with that. But when you got to go at Bama, at Georgia, got to play.
Damn.
Play
Not only did he make the team, he's finna be QB too.
I'm an Ole Miss fan. I always come in with low expectations because I'm not going to get my hopes up. Like we started off the year last year, we won 8 games, lost the last 5. So I mean, I'm just trying not to get my hopes up. Take it week by week, and we'll see how it goes.
He said lost.
Isaiah, I'm gonna give you one more jab because he got the picture. Do you have any thoughts on your prediction for Ole Miss this season?
I'll say,
look at that schedule before you think.
Let me see.
Look at that schedule because it is.
They got Troy first.
You guys are beating Bama. No, I'm playing.
You looking at last year's schedule, JC?
Isaiah don't care as long as y'all beat Georgia, he'll be happy.
I'll go buy some.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'll go buy some Ole Miss gear. They beat Georgia.
Whoever beat Georgia,
but it will be good too.
Got 3 straight. Y'all got 3 straight rain games.
It's gonna be a tall task. Whoever beat somebody can beat them.
Who are the road games again?
One of them being Alabama.
I'm gonna throw a little bit of confidence. I'm gonna go bold prediction, bro. They go 10-2 this year, bro.
I hope you're right.
And that second loss is going to be a 45-14 loss to Alabama.
Damn.
Alabama not that scary.
All right. Hey, Sports Junkie, I'm gonna make sure I bring this nigga back on week 3 just to see if that's what happened.
Oh no, please!
You better keep that same energy too with this nigga.
I keep my receipts though. I keep my receipts.
You need to worry about Michigan. That's what you need.
We're beating Michigan this year. What you need to do, Isaiah, is focus on your team, who's not going to be doing well for the next 10, 11 years. Focus on that.
Oh, that's a shot. He said 10, 11 years.
Everybody coming from my boy today. What's going on, man?
24-11.
Kicking them Molly down.
It's all right.
And I hate to do this to you, man, because the next
Gators and
topic
the
is your NFL squad, man.
I gotta.
I wanted to seem like it's a pounding on Isaiah episode.
It seemed like you said, looked like you said Isaiah.
I think you know, and I think you know where I'm going next.
Yeah, Chandler Jones stacked the fool this morning, but hey, it is what it is. But you know what else just came in? The Raiders just restructured Jimmy G's deal to open up 17 million cap space. So,
nice.
Hopefully, we got some talent coming in on defense, especially in the middle of that defense. So
Disappointment is waiting.
I don't know if you heard, but the Raiders just restructured Jimmy G's deal to open up 17 million cap space.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
He's better than me.
They was over the cap though. They were over. So what does that do for them now?
I'm not sure yet because I would have to look at the numbers. Let me see Raiders cap space. Hold on.
Do you think they'll do something?
Ragu.
It's the
Ragu, while he finding that. I'm sure you seen the Chandler Jones stuff today already, right? Like a few hours ago.
I did.
How you feeling? Where you stand with that?
I ain't got a chance to like fully like process that shit to like have like a stance on that shit, but
it don't sound right to me. It sound weird. Like it sound like right now we only got one side of the story, so it's like.
I mean, he did the post though. He can't say that he was hacked. He was in there. He was talking.
No, I'm talking about what he's claiming to be mad about. Don't sound that serious to go. I don't want to play here anymore. So it sounds like it's either more that led to that or something that's missing.
Why wouldn't you let him in the facility? And why are you calling this baby mama though? Like, so if that shit is true.
The baby mama part I didn't see. I just seen that they're not allowing me in the facility part.
But they said
why would they? Well, let's start with that. Let's just leave it on that then. Why would they not let the guy, you're starting right defensive end? Why wouldn't they let him in the building?
As devil's advocate, could it be a misunderstanding?
No, there's no misunderstanding.
Nah, you don't just
certain players don't have misunderstandings.
Social media, you know what I mean? You don't get locked out one time and immediately go to social media. This is, this shit happens. So, I don't really know what to think of this shit yet. Maybe they were trying to trade him. This is my immediately first thought. I'm gonna say like this. Okay, we drafted Tyree Wilson to play right there. Let's be honest. Although he hasn't played in preseason because his foot was injured,
last preseason game.
and he's only been cleared for 2 weeks now. So also Malcolm Kuntz, who Gruach drafted a few years ago, had a great preseason. So it was looking like Kuntz could kind of hold the fort until Tyree Wilson was ready. That's what it was looking like in the regular season anyway. So in a way, fucking Chandler Jones and all that money became expendable in my mind. And then we have this. So perhaps there is something to this shit, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
Might have been trying to trade Chandler Jones, but he's got a big cap number, and you got to be it's got to be a unique situation. I feel for somebody to take Chandler Jones because the contract is big, and I think he makes 17.
Has this type of dysfunction become normal with y'all the last couple of decades? Like, is this like a every offseason type thing that y'all been dealing with? Yeah, and I'm seeing it closer because I talk to y'all every week now.
Yes, basically. I mean,
you see what it is, man. I don't necessarily. I remember that years where it was relatively quiet, but it seems like ever since, like AB.
Yeah.
Like the last 5
Definitely.
years.
I can't even blame y'all for AB though. Honestly, like that's.
Yeah, you can because you traded for him.
He played the Raiders. That shit was all. That was orchestrated.
The problem is the Raiders' fault. Like the helmet thing, that's not the Raiders' fault.
Like I ain't gonna lie. Like AB just came in and just like went back.
That shit was orchestrated, man.
Like I'm not gonna lie. No, at first everything was cool, good. Next thing you know,
I was so confused. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, this nigga is legit crazy.
Then Jet freezes his feet. Then after that, he calling Mike Mayock a cracker. After that,
then he released the call.
Yeah. Then
all right. So when he walked on the field on Hard Knocks, and his kids was like, "Where's Big Ben?" In my mind, I said, "Oh, this fool ain't even had a conversation with his kids about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't in Pittsburgh no more. We don't even play for the Steelers no more." So that went off alarm for me, bro. I don't care, little kids or not. You gonna tell them
Kids
we
told
not
the
finna
truth.
see Big Ben, bro. We play for the Raiders now. So
The
that was the first thing.
The most honest people is kids and old people.
Yep, that's the first thing. And then he proceeded to do all of that weird shit, talking about his feet was fucked up on the bottom. He lost his helmet. All of this bullshit, calling the GM a cracker. All right, he did all of that shit, bro, just to get out of from the Raiders. So he used the Raiders to get out of Pittsburgh, bro, because Pittsburgh was finna lowball him or whatever. But the Raiders came with the package or whatever to trade for him that was sufficient for the Roonies to trade him. So then he did what he did to the Raiders as a plan, because I say what I say because when they show his ass on the phone with his granny, when the Raiders finally said enough is enough, we done, he was like, I'm free.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Ran all out in the yard. So you could tell he tried to do all that, bro, and then went and played with Tom Brady. He thought he was going to get a championship in New England. That's what he thought was going to happen. But Belichick wasn't having that shit. Belichick wasn't having the shenanigans or whatever, so that shit didn't work out. But yeah, he did all of that shit, bro. That was
Jared, I'm gonna let you sound off
at all for trying to bring him there, but they didn't know that he was gonna do that shit.
Jared, I'm gonna let you sound off because y'all snatched him right after that, and I'm sure you got your experience.
Yeah.
But real quick, I want to say to all y'all niggas, especially the ones that had AB, I'm gonna tell y'all the moment y'all should have known this nigga was crazy. When y'all seen that blonde mustache and nothing else, that should have told y'all all y'all need to know about AB at that time. Y'all should have just talked it up right there, like, oh yeah, it's a wrap.
The Lego haircut thing he had, that kind of told me that
yeah, that was it right there.
And
but Dre, walk us through your experience of AB after these guys dealt with AB. What was your thoughts prior and after?
At first, I was like, okay, well, now you're coming to New England. It's more structure. You got Bill Belichick. He doesn't play that, so maybe he'll learn something. He had his first game against Miami, had a beautiful touchdown in the back of the end zone, celebrating with the team, had a good time. And then just weeks after that, it was just one thing after another. And you know what, AB, another thing, how dare you talk about how you said about Tom Brady after he took him in, allowed AB to stay with him because he didn't have a house, and then he went out and he badmouthed them after that. I was like, no. You had someone that wanted to win a championship, whether you play with Bill Belichick or Tom Brady or both. They want to win a championship. They're not there to mess with your shenanigans. And I believe the whole domestic situation, he probably told him, hey, keep it on the low.
Yeah, all he told him to do was shut up. That's all he had to do was shut up, and he was good.
And what did he do? He went and put it on freaking Instagram. And this Bill Belichick, I didn't blame Bill Belichick for doing what he did after that. You know what? It is what it is.
If there's anybody in NFL who feels like I don't need a number one receiver on my team, or I don't need to put up with that type of spit, it's that nigga right there.
I will say about
but the shirt off and belling off the field shit was classic though. I still give him a 10 for his
I was so confused on what was going on.
Our last time seeing him on the field is
said Tom Brady didn't defend me.
Guess what he did? He scammed the Raiders. Everybody from Florida knows a scammer from Miami. And that's what scam.
That's what he did. He scammed the Raiders.
You know, it's funny. I've never even thought of it that way until Ragu said it. But yeah, now thinking about it, he definitely scammed y'all. I feel bad for you.
He sure did, man.
But it's just like
how much did that put y'all back, if at all?
I mean,
he wasn't the only bad thing.
Right. No. Of course, I'm just saying, like, how much do you think that attributed? You know,
it ended up being that 3rd round pick from that next season, I think. So
It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as like,
Third round picks can start in the league. We need to go see who Pittsburgh picked with that guy. I'm gonna research that.
I won't say it set us back.
Or if they traded it for something else.
But
like Miami did to get Tyreek.
It's just tiring having to go through a situation every damn off season from
I think Ragu hit it right on the head when he said probably since AB every offseason there's been something. Like I think that's spot on.
AB, the situation with Khalil Mack, granted, we did get Max Crosby with one of those picks that we ended up that we got back in return for Khalil Mack. But then you got during the fucking season, Henry Ruggs and Damon Arnett. Then you got Josh Jacobs this offseason. Took forever for him to get some money. It's just like, bro.
So like going into the 21 season, it was no issues. There was the 21 off season was fine. We were gonna be great. Not great, but we were gonna be a better team, and we were. And then fucking week 4, I think.
Okay, so basically, Pittsburgh from that trade, they get Deontay Johnson.
Oh, so shit.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
That's what it cost us. Shit. That's a good player.
I mean, that's the second best receiver on the Raiders right now.
Man.
I'm laughing, but I agree with you though. I agree with you.
So in terms of years, hell, JC, maybe 8-10 of a good a good wideout. Fucking with AB.
It's just I'm tired. I'm tired of the front office, man. I'm tired.
You should have cut bait as soon as that motherfucker got somebody's feet. He fucked his feet up.
It just feels like a continuous story with the Raiders. Like how, like speaking as a Raiders fan, like how have you guys been able to put up with so much of this crap?
I thought the Oakland move.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. Isaiah can answer too. JC, we can't hear you. We be up in games. We'll be having a good season, a good record, winning record at the time, and I fucking expect it. Like I don't know where it's gonna come from. What the fuck's gonna happen? We have a big lead in the game. Something's fucking gonna happen. They're gonna come back on us. We have a good record. Something's gonna happen. Somebody else is gonna have a better record. We're gonna lose out in the
That's another thing too. Y'all actually had an amazing offseason last year that y'all were like ecstatic, and then the season ended up being a drama. Like you said, the big leads, and it's like y'all can't effing win. It's like it's always
bro. That was the first time in so long I was actually hyped and talking shit about Raider football. Guess what happened? I got played for the fool.
Hey, Isaiah,
with your
Isaiah, with your whole chest though, like with your whole entire chest, you had the glasses on the episode.
What I want to also say about 2016 years, you were seeing dudes in the street with brand new Raider hats on. You feel me? Like nigga, you ain't had that damn Raider.
Exactly, bro. Like, bro, you should have.
And then what happened? Look, second half,
saw so many
fourth quarter of the last game of the season, the quarterback gets hurt. I mean,
and you know what's funny?
2016, Derek Carr was dark horse MVP, went 12-3 as a fucking starter. Yeah. I was around here saying, just maybe with some motherfucking luck, we could make that AFC Championship game. I was like, like obviously all the football, you got to have some luck on your side.
Right. And that goes for everybody.
We didn't have that strong of a defense, but that year, like I said, before he snapped his leg, that Derek Carr, he had a fucking point. Was playing
that defense was opportunistic though. That defense
they would get turnovers.
Yeah.
Like he said, snap leg, and I'm out this bitch. I'm just like fuck.
Like that. Look, just like that.
When I heard the leg injury happen, I was just like, please, I was like, please let it just be a fucking sprain. He can sit in the pocket and just throw the foot.
Nope. He can't play. We go play the Texans. We couldn't even make fucking first downs, B. Damn.
And then it's just
and the funny thing about that is Derek Carr really was tearing it up that year.
Yeah.
I just don't get it, bro. Like last year, bro, coming off of 10-7, you about one play within beating the reigning AFC champions. You get fucking Devontae Adams, and you still can't make shit happen. Bro, I have never seen a team blow that many leads as I had last season.
Nigga, nobody has. It was the most in NFL history of that magnitude.
Exactly.
But I feel like that.
I don't get it. Like Josh McDaniels,
or they'll do some shit like grind out a 10-7 year after losing the coach and after their star wide receiver accidentally killed somebody in an auto accident. And they'll end up taking the eventual AFC champion to the fourth quarter turnover on downs inside the 16-yard line.
Yeah, who knows? And that I be thinking that too. Like that's what's so crazy about what y'all situations be and how up and down it is. Because it's like you guys were one play away. Potentially, y'all probably could have made the Super Bowl. Like nobody thought. I mean, the Bengals weren't at the time looked at how they are now.
No,
so
they were 9-8.
The fact that the Bengals ended up going on that run they did, who's to say that wasn't y'all? And then who's to say how things transpire after that aren't differently?
It's just facts. It's just facts.
Because y'all 100% keep that coach if that happened.
100%.
No question about it.
If we win that game, even if we don't go to the Super Bowl,
I probably still would have. Yep, probably still would have.
We keep him and the GM because the GM brought the players that got us there.
Dog, shit is so crazy that last year in Vegas, bro. Anytime I went out, I couldn't go anywhere without seeing some Raiders shit.
How was it this offseason, Isaiah?
Like I see some people out there with Raiders shit, but then it's like you can tell
but they got the face like you got right now though while it's on.
Bro, they the loyal fans. They like, yeah, bro, you know, I mean,
y'all got it on, you feel me? I'm a Raiders fan.
You know, it's still my team, but you know, I'm happy football season.
Get that.
I don't have any expectations, bro. Like
wait, I got a question for y'all. What's up with Jacobs is because I know he got tagged and last I checked he didn't sign it though. So what's that situation?
He signed for a year, $12 million. He's back in the.
He did end up signing. Okay.
So they gave him a straight 12 piece, which is
that's pretty good for a running back right now.
Let me just go over it real quick. It's 4 more than they could have had to pay if they would have picked up his option. That's first of all. It's 2 more than the franchise tag. So they gave him a raise in that regard. And then it's also I think incentives available too, Isaiah, to $14 million if he does anything close to what he did last year. So I'm just saying, come on, Ziegler, them what?
Damn, if I would have known that, I'd have drafted that nigga again.
I think he's done now. This as a Raider, I think he's done after this.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah,
he just might be.
So no more. There's no more franchise tags. None of that's. The
franchise tag is now will cost $14 million. So they're not going to give.
That is such a weird. Like, how long does that franchise tag split last? You can just do that for as long as you want to a player.
Here's the dumb shit about it. This is what I don't like. The rule where you can't negotiate a long-term deal after a certain day. What the fuck is what?
Right. Wait, what does that matter?
Does that serve? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't his agent still sit down and get a deal done? That's dumb. Shit is dumb.
And before we move on to the next segment, I just want to say too, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but does it feel like by the Raiders bringing in Devontae Adams, it kind of feels like 0-2 again when they brought Jerry Rice in? Granted, that 0-2 team made it to the Super Bowl, but it's like all the defenses know who you're going to throw to if you're in trouble.
Well, no, we had Tim Brown.
That's what we're about to see. You just gave us a preview for for this season.
We had Tim Brown, bro, so it was not like that at all. It wasn't no he just gonna throw it to Jerry Rice. So I'll tell you the way that it is kind of the same. Gannon and Garoppolo kind of feel the same. Like Gannon came in as a guy. Gannon wasn't really highly. He didn't even start for Minnesota. I think Sean Salisbury, somebody started over him. So that's how we got him. And then he ended up having one MVP year and a couple other years that was.
Isaiah, was that you who slandered the spit out of Gannon on this podcast?
So, maybe I'm hoping Garoppolo.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at the
rejuvenate his career like Gannon did.
Yeah,
I know Norm.
Chopper gonna get
y'all to the playoffs.
I'm hoping. You're gonna get y'all to the playoffs. You're gonna win y'all some playoff game watching.
Norman been waiting to holler at you, man, about your boy what you call him, Jalapio?
Jalapio. Y'all to the playoffs.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
I'm not mad at getting us there. If he can get us there, it should,
Get y'all there, watch.
All right, Norman. Hold on, Norman. Since you want to pop out talking this bit, what's going on? It sounds like you got a holdout of yourself going on right now, brother. What's going on over there with that?
All right, that nigga wants so much money, nigga. Shit, we broke. I don't know. We lost. Shit, I don't know what they gonna do, nigga. I'm looking.
Y'all large strap for sure.
Like, I don't know. Like, I wish you could have waited to next year where we can get some more cap, but. I'm looking like
why do y'all think he chose like right now to do this on the win now year?
Because he following Debo shit. He like, fuck it. Debo waited last year get shit. I'm gonna do it too, nigga. Like, I ain't mad at him, like, and nobody else can be mad at him because it's like that's what everybody been doing.
Why y'all don't just pay him though? Like y'all do need him that bad. Y'all definitely do need.
Does he want a whole bunch of money?
That nigga want to be the highest paid DN ever, nigga. Like, you know how much money that is? After we just gave Debo last year, like,
I mean, wasn't Quentin Williams just like one of the the second highest paid defensive tackle ever? Yeah, so Bosa can't be in that conversation.
No, make no mistake. Bosa wants to be the highest paid defender.
Yeah, defender.
So the highest paid guy playing defense in the NFL right now.
He is probably the best.
But Ragu, how often?
And rightfully so.
But Ragu, exactly. I was about to say, how often is the highest paid actually a reflection of he really is the best ever at that, or like usually it's just a matter of what the time frame is.
Ever at the position, I'm just saying he's the best player on defense in the league right now. Shit, and he feels like he wants to be paid requisite to that. And hell, I'm with him.
Yeah, I feel like he deserves it as well. I'm 100% behind him.
Yeah, I pay him too, but I don't know. We ain't gonna pay that nigga, so I don't know.
so you don't think they're gonna pay Bosa? Even if y'all lose, if y'all start losing,
say trade him to the Raiders. Shit,
we'll take
trade him to Vegas.
Y'all can have.
Just so I
can don't say y'all can have. You better slow down there, pal. You know you don't mean that. Because you know if y'all don't win, if y'all don't win this year, it's over with, right?
Isaiah, we're sending them niggas Chandler Jones.
There it is.
I was just about to say, Chandler Jones. We'll take.
We want Cosby. We want Cosby, nigga. Give us him.
No. We coming with Cosby. We coming with Cosby and Bosa. We coming with Cosby and Bosa, nigga. We finna change our whole fortune.
Shit, no. We keeping Cosby. No. We ain't gonna get him. You can have Jones, old ass.
Nigga, it'll be a whole new talk about Vegas, nigga, if we got that nigga Bosa.
I agree with that. I can't disagree with that.
Can you imagine?
I might up that win total.
Hey, we'll have to do a whole new emergency motherfucking
prediction, huh?
We got Bosa. Shit.
Hey, y'all got Bosa. That would have been insane.
Yeah, that would be super insane. Like,
damn. It just cleared some cap space, nigga. So hey,
that's what made me say that shit, Isaiah. On the real, that's what made me say that shit.
So all non-Niner fans, do y'all think that Bosa situation gets resolved by the end of the season?
Shit, I hope he get traded to Vegas, nigga.
No, we know what their thoughts are.
You said non-Niner.
Hey, Isaiah, enough with the pipe dreams, bro. That ain't where he going if he leaves. Right? That is not. He's not going to. If he leaves, it ain't gonna be to Vegas, my nigga.
Shit, nigga. Who said so? Who said
got a
so?
no trade clause?
No.
That would be like that would be. You know what that would be, Ragu? That would be the Niners saying "F you" if they decided to do that. That would just be saying like, "Nigga, then go over there then." And,
save you some money, man, and send the kid on down to Vegas, man. We'll give you Chandler Jones so you can save face and say you got a legitimate player to replace him.
And at least you'll be able to say you got a guy on there that has another Super Bowl on there, some experience.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And send him on down the way. That's how I feel. Before fucking Sunday, if you can.
Bro, if that happened, I would be getting a text from JC, emergency prediction reel.
You think I'm gonna do an emergency prediction for them niggas? Because of that nigga going up.
You won't do it for the Raiders, but you would do it for the Raiders.
That nigga Isaiah better use that information I gave him and load up his damn.
They say, don't even worry about it, nigga. I still got the log in. I'm gonna pull that shit up.
That's what I think, nigga. Send him to Vegas in the next 4 days, please. Shit.
Like McCaffrey trade, we're gonna send him.
No, it don't look. It looks like it's gonna go over into the season. It looks ugly. I don't know, man. I'm always on the side of the player on these things, so this looks ugly.
But what about the timing though? Like you had all summer.
Get this shit all summer, nigga. But
hey, what Jay-Z say, man?
He said we had all summer, but we were talking all summer.
F you, baby.
Yeah.
And then we got a very strikingly similar situation that I feel like also came out of nowhere. The Chris Jones seems like the same.
No, another one.
It ain't came out of nowhere.
Well, when I say come out of nowhere, it's like, damn, nigga, the season's about to be here in a few days. That still wasn't.
I haven't been paying attention. Chris Jones ain't been fucking with them all off season.
Yeah, it's like the Chiefs are in like a Chiefs look like they're in a we have Patrick Mahomes, so everything's gonna be okay type state. Like they just feel like if they got Mahomes, they up there.
I mean, and the fact that he really didn't do split last year to the playoffs. Not that doesn't matter, but
I mean, I would pay Chris Jones.
Defense don't look like they gonna see what the defense look like. If they look like they need to pay him,
that's what I was thinking. Maybe the Niners is gonna do, like, because they know this is the end of their window right here.
I don't know. I feel like it's just disrespectful to Chris Jones.
And Niners ain't got no damn Patrick Mahomes.
And Niners got other people that's gonna do the same shit later. So that's why you gotta win. You gotta win right now, Niners, or it's gonna be over with. Because a lot of them dudes is like top 3 at their position. So they're gonna want to be paid requisite with that shit. And you can only pay so many. They have the league structured to where you can only pay so many guys. And that you guys are still tied to Trey Lance a little bit in that what y'all paying him. And then you got lucky is I think Darnold's contract is about to expire, and then the rookie Purdy, you ain't really paying him shit.
Yeah, right. At all.
3 years.
I thought is Trey Lance still he on his rookie deal still, or is he off?
Trey Lance on the rookie.
He'll be rookie.
But that's over there.
But please don't bring that man up. This nigga Isaiah almost had us talking about him a whole episode last week.
I've been telling y'all that.
Please don't say that. I don't ever want to hear that name again until this nigga starting on the team somewhere.
Well,
I do not want to talk about that man no more.
He won't be. He won't be.
Hey, nigga, if that get hurt, nigga, they brought him for a reason.
Yeah, all right. And you gonna see?
I'm still a Trey Lance.
Hey, so I want to say about Trey. He's like Ben
I forgot
Simmons.
these two guys didn't get to talk about Trey last week.
So the Ben Simmons of football, if he wouldn't have got drafted, if the shit wouldn't have happened, all of the jumping up to get him and all that shit,
perfect analogy.
And this guy went in the 3rd or 4th round like he should have. We don't give a damn about Trey Lance. He's a great pick, but because of what they did, he got overdrafted. So you blame these GMs. That shit.
Yeah,
I kind of agree with you, and I kind of don't. I do feel like the 49ers reached for him, but at the same time, that's not Trey Lance's fault. You know what I mean? He probably thought he was going to go first round, but to put 2, 3 first round picks over his head just to get him, it just kind of seems like he was put in a tough predicament where it's like you win now or you're going to be hated for the rest of your career. But I feel like now,
that's what I'm saying, Jay Will. That ain't his fault, bro. He was never that guy.
Ragu, it might be with a thing of like what you said, because last week when y'all wasn't here, we was kind of like naming off like players that was taken after him. And I think it might be one of those things, like you were saying, like where the owner ends up having this random day where they're like, hold up, this nigga got drafted a couple years ago and has been this for this team. What happened there? What was that? Y'all did what? Yeah. That's what happened. That's what I paid y'all to do, bro. Oh yeah, so yeah, somebody gotta go. I don't care who it is, but somebody. I need to know who did that.
It's just why are y'all looking for a player from North Dakota State? Like it's just this.
Like them scouts that signed off.
That's one thing I'll give Norman his flowers on though, and that's probably why he been so hell bent on the Lance Sorry train, because he been saying that's it. I've been talking to Norman about that since draft day, and he was mad on draft day. Like, who the hell is this nigga? Y'all think because he won in North Dakota, he's supposed to do? He was saying that's what back then, and he hated Jimmy G as his quarterback. So I could give Norman his flowers on that he's always been on that train of like, I'm not rocking with this nigga.
Y'all gonna stop drafting these quarterbacks from these little schools, because it's just gonna hurt you every single time if y'all trying to get them like first round.
I want to hear the full story.
They be hoping that Jay will. A lot of them be wanting to be the smartest one in the room. They be hoping it's like, I saw something that nobody else saw. And they be hoping for that moment and hoping to get lucky sometimes.
JC, think about it. JC, think about it. Another
Not
team
everyone's Tom Brady.
Had to fake their ass out, bro. You feel me? Another team had to be involved. There's no way they would have did what they did just to, you know what I'm saying? This dude was a nobody. Another team faked them out and told them that this guy was.
They were. I think they was just extremely thirsty for a quarterback, and I think
I want to know what other team told them they had this kid high on their board.
I know, right? Somebody had to say something, because it's like,
you feel me, Norman?
Yeah, because we was 11 picks.
Teams do that sometimes where they like, oh yeah, we think this kid might be whoop, and they really looking at this nigga over here, the same safe pick as everybody else, just to try to divert attention. That's what I think happened
to Lynch and them. Lynch and them got finessed into giving up all that draft capital and stuff for this kid, man.
Because it was like the 10th or 11th pick. You could have waited. He was gone, you would have got.
You still would have got him, right, and kept all your other picks.
The thing about it too, like Trey Lance could have been one of those guys who just fell off the board just because he's that small kid from the small.
Justin Fields went 10th or 11th,
a little bit,
right? Or you could have got Fields. That's who everybody really thought the Niners was about to get that year. Even with the 10th pick, everybody was saying that they're gonna get Fields.
I also want to know what
they thought they was trading up to 3 just to make sure we get Fields. Like, nigga, we ain't even gonna let a chance. We didn't let you get the chance.
When I heard fucking trading, I'm like, what the fuck?
Exactly. When Buddy ran,
I want to see the note. I want to see the I want to hear I want to hear the verbal explanation.
You sound like the owner right now, Ragu.
As to why they passed on Fields.
That's my thing is, I won't say I immediately thought he was gonna be garbage, but I was really surprised when that motherfucker ran out there and said Trey Lance at number 3. I was like,
hey, JC, that's how them owners be talking too. I bet. Like, I need to see all of the notes and everything.
Where them emails at? I need to see that.
I saw enough.
Like, you think the Bears owner didn't say that about Mitch Trubisky and Deshaun Watson? Man, please, man.
It's funny because that's the same reason. That's the same reason Malik Willis. Y'all remember, like, he was so hyped up. They would say he's gonna be first round. Came from the small school of Liberty. Ended up getting drafted like what, 3rd, 4th round. That's what I thought Trey Lance was gonna be. Whether I felt like
that's what he should have been, Jay Will. That's what he should have been.
At least that makes sense. 3rd or 4th round, we can take a flyer on the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Malik is my man. I still believe in you, Malik.
Trading.
I don't.
JC be hating on you.
I don't, Malik.
We got the footage, Malik. When you end up getting this shit, we got the footage, JC, hating on you. We see it.
I still don't believe. I'll give you new footage right now. I still don't believe.
I don't believe him. Tell it.
If Tannehill don't get hurt, that will be their quarterback at the end of the season.
Will it be? Because they got a little bit.
I gave my prediction on them already, but
I mean, sometimes the boy got to get hurt to get out the way, man. Right, Andre?
Hey.
Don't get him started on time.
Caught me off guard with that.
Sometimes it works out like that.
Yeah. Don't even get him started on Tom Brady. Don't nobody want to hear about his ass.
Are you still mad because of the Tug Rule situation? Is that
You
what
know he is. That niggas ain't letting that go.
Hey, look, hey,
Raider fans will always have smoke.
No, I didn't want to
tell
start
the
a
Raiders,
conversation about that shit, bro.
Hold on, Isaiah. You can tell the Raiders if they're so sick and tired of getting cheated on, then they need to go do the same thing. Because until that happens, there will be no Super Bowl in your future.
I know the teams you picked are winners, but you had to have picked the most disgusting sports teams, bro, to be fans of that. Like it's like I said, y'all get y'all wins and championships and all that. Even though the NBA is won in like 50 years or some shit, but you had to have made the most terrible choice in teams.
It's
bro.
right,
Need to go watch Winning Time.
The Patriots ain't winning nothing for like 20, bro. Tom's gone.
They finna be on the same spit, huh?
Exactly. Tom.
Hey, and I'm
you better soak it all in, Dre. You better soak all that
right now. Y'all looking 9-8, 8-9. Yeah, y'all don't really got no.
Yep, we're not. You know what? Hey, it's time to kick back. This is the Patriots' way of saying, "Hey, we're done kicking everyone's ass, so we need to take a step back."
Just like the Celtics did in the 80s, huh? They say, "Yeah, we're done."
That's exactly.
Belichick gonna make a run at
just like the Celtics. It's without a title.
Belichick about to make a run at Don Shula. That's what we got. That's what those fucks have going now. And then after that, it's over. Shit is over with after that. When the old man leave or die, you fuck around and die over there on the sideline. Then it's truly over. So,
Belichick.
All right, wait, hold on. Before we move on, I'm curious.
I kind of do want him to pass Don Shula though, so I can say that I lived in an era with the coach that won the most games.
Before we jump on to a next segment, I want to ask because Jay Will wasn't here on the last episode, but come on, real quick, how you feel about them Colts?
I mean, look, I have no expectations. Like, if we go out there and we win no games,
Damn, he said no games.
I'm not hearing
I
that.
feel like realistically, I feel like if we win like
Isaiah's stupid.
If we have 6 games and Anthony Richardson looks decent, like a promising future, I'm 100% fine with it. Because I think we have like no players besides Ryan Kelly, who is our starting center over the age of 30.
The Cardinals have a legit shot at going 0-16.
If we win 6 games, that's a win of a season. That's all I expect this year. Give me 6 games.
Cardinals might sneak one in. They might sneak one in.
The Cardinals are as legit.
One time for the one time. Any given Sunday, right? Ain't that what you said? Prediction episode.
The only thing the Cardinals trying to win is the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. That's the only thing they try.
Man, they better not get that.
Well, they gonna tell Kyler Murray, just go ahead and go into the Oakland A's. Go on up there and handle your business. You're gonna grab this young kid from SC.
Oakland A's are leaving.
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna trade Kyler.
It's such a weird situation for Kyler Murray too. Like
they're gonna get Kyler.
He's gonna be the first player to get traded to another sport in sports history.
Man, he gonna leave there. I don't know if it's gonna be another sport, but he leaving Arizona.
And
unless he got no trade clause, he leaving.
And it's the Vegas A's.
Hey, he got paid. He went to the NFL and got paid though. So I mean, I'll give him that.
He got paid last year, didn't he?
Before Thursday starts, I just want to say that Arizona is the most legit 0-17 candidate preseason team in history, bro. So,
in history? Whoa! In history?
They just don't.
Yeah, because they only been playing 17 games.
That might be a little bit recency bias. I think you forgot about some of them Browns teams.
They only been playing 17 games for a couple of years now. I'm saying
the first team.
The other ones would have been 0-16.
Yeah, this would
be. I'm saying legitimate 0-17.
Yeah, this would be the first
in the short history.
I think. I think Marquise Brown, Rondé Moore, and James Conner can have one game where they get enough touchdowns to win the game.
Look, Rondale Moore, so my defense.
I'll give them that.
I'll be happy.
I will log off this podcast.
They're on the pup list, right? Who's the quarterback?
Care who the quarterback is.
Who's the backup?
Rams. I give him one time with the Rams.
But yeah, Kyler Murray's already missed I think the first.
Say they're gonna beat the Rams. They're gonna beat the Rams, huh?
That would be crazy
I
was
hope.
a crazy full circle spit if we are the team that they beat. Like
I
like the
hope.
Rams.
I probably have to hang it up for that spit, bro. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Isaiah, you might have to take over that week. I ain't gonna cap to
It
you.
don't
bro.
even matter who the quarterback is.
No.
I might have to miss that week.
Showed up today.
No. You gonna show up just like I did. We lost to y'all, and we let Baker
You know what?
Mayfield
You're right.
like,
You're right. You had to
you
take
gotta
that
show
beating
up.
all last year. You're right. You're right. I
took
got
you
man up and take that.
all last year.
Because it was hard. Yeah,
show up.
I ain't gonna lie. We told Isaiah up last year. Especially them first 4-5 weeks. Man, that was dry. And Ragu left him out to dry. And he was the one that initiated all of it.
No,
Ragu initiated the whole Raider train.
my schedule
Leave
changed.
my boy
Don't say
hanging,
it like
man.
that. Don't say it like
Here-
that, JC.
Arizona will win it 24-20.
Do the Cardinals play the Patriots this year? Because that's for sure winnable. I ain't gonna cap to you. Let me see something. I'm trying to see something.
I know we played Dallas, which I'm not too thrilled about.
Y'all probably don't play them. That ain't even a game that they would care to put together. Like just two sorry teams. Why would we want to do that?
Sorry, you about to be sorry right along with us.
Right.
Like how you said,
I ain't denying that.
The only one you guys.
Y'all don't even play the Cardinals this year. Y'all actually got a schedule, which is why y'all niggas might be in that contention too. While you talking,
Now the Cardinals, they do play the Texans. That could be a win.
That's
Could
the complaint, you know.
they losing that. Texas is getting that.
What you?
I ain't gonna do Texas. I'll give them that damn much.
Texas, that's gonna be a good game. Two sorry teams.
Them type of games be good, but it also be making you mad because they both show you like this is why both of y'all niggas is sorry right here. They show you during the game, especially toward the end. Toward by the end of the damn game, you just be mad. Like
I forgot who the Browns beat to like in their like losing streak.
The whole roster.
That game, it was so bad, bro. I forgot who they played. Was it the Chargers or somebody? I don't know. Whenever they broke that little losing streak, it was just such a horrible game. And I remember the Browns winning, the Browns fans going crazy, free Bud Light, all that good stuff. I'm like, ugh.
All right, let's go fantasy, gentlemen. Y'all can load them teams up. You know what I'm saying? How we looking? Who feeling good about they split?
Every year I think I'm winning.
If you got 5-6 teams, you don't count, my nigga. You was just hoping for something out of everything. Like
what I said is I'm winning. That's what I said.
What I found interesting is the immediate impact, or should I say, projected impact of Bijan Robinson in the NFL. Like in every fantasy draft I was in, man, he was like the first one or two second running back taken.
See, in the two leagues that I'm in, them niggas didn't fall for that split. It was like the opposite. I think the first league, I think he got taken maybe like in the 4th round. Was it Isaiah for ours? 3rd round.
That's high, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? That's high as fuck.
He was projected to go like top 10 according to fantasy standards. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was like first round. Like
they had him like top 7, top 8.
Only
that's what I mean by
round.
like
That's probably how many running backs we're taking? Maybe 2, 3 running backs.
But I feel like you got to think like there's not just like a lot of powerful fantasy running backs this year, which is probably why his stock was so high. But I mean, I'm not drafting him at number 2. My strategy is to always go tight end, try to get like a Travis Kelce.
They never do.
Rookie. That's always my strategy.
No rookie quarterback, no rookie receivers ever get that type of treatment in fantasy, bro.
If you draft a rookie,
I think it's once the Falcons announced that they were going to be using him a lot in the slot and he was going to be on for like majority of the snaps of the game. I think that's what raised his value up to what it is. But I think drafting any rookie, like you just said, is always risky, in my opinion. I don't care if it's the number 1 pick. Drafting a rookie is always risky to me.
Yeah.
And that goes for basketball and football.
We'll see if it pays off. But yeah, that's what I noticed though.
I'm curious. That is one of the things. I'm glad you brought that up. I am curious to see how that goes.
Do y'all think Mahomes like worthy to be like drafted like second round?
How's Derrick Henry? What number have y'all been seeing him in y'all drafts? Because I had the 9th pick in one, 10th in the other, and he fell to me both times. So is that online with what y'all have been seeing, or have y'all been seeing higher than that?
Let me see if I can pull up my.
Because I don't know if it's like what's going on or what people seeing that I ain't seeing, or like what's.
So Derrick Henry in my league, he dropped to round 2, the first pick of round 2. That's where he was drafted.
I was gonna say, yeah, he was in one of my leagues. He came to the first, second pick of the second round, and then like you said, and you picked him, JC, right? In the other draft, you picked him.
He fell to me at 9, and then in my other league, he fell. In me and Isaiah and Norman league, he fell to me at 10.
I passed on him, right? At 7.
Only because like guys like Derrick Henry, not a bad player, but you always have to question him. He is an older player. You know what I mean? So there is a chance
for a running back, yeah.
Yeah, for a running back, excuse me. So there is a chance that his stats could go a little downwards. He could be more injury prone, but only just so slightly. Like if it was like round 2 or round 3, and I still see Derrick Henry on the board, I'm taking him. You know what I mean? Right. But I can understand him.
But you wouldn't take him in your first round as your first pick.
I need a proven player that I know I 100% can rely on to take in the first round at all times.
Yeah, I passed on him at 7.
Who'd you take?
Mr. Nicholas Chubb.
That's actually I felt like when I say sleeper pick, I said because people aren't typically looking him as a first round pick. But I think the greatest thing that happened to him was Kareem Hunt leaving. I've always said that once that happens, that's when he can go back to like when he was leading the league in rushing type split. That's very possible.
Yeah. He's about as safe a number 7 pick as you can get. That's what I felt at the time.
Let me ask y'all something, because I've seen him go number 1 in most drafts I've seen. Do y'all feel like Justin Jefferson is as safe as a number 1 pick as you can get?
I think Kirk force feeding that boy, so yeah. I mean,
okay, so that would have to be a little bit of a statement about Mr. Disrespected as well, right?
Your boy Cousins?
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, I 100% agree, because Cousins is probably the most underrated fantasy player this year, which is why I drafted him like round 8. Like, that's crazy. You let me get Kirk Cousins in round 8, and he's got Jordan Addison. He's got
nigga, you got Kirk Cousins in round 8 for a reason. That's hella early.
That's crazy.
First of all, that's 8 rounds. You telling me it wasn't eight other quarterbacks?
Let me make sure I got that right. But like, yeah, I got him. I wasn't even looking at a quarterback. I was just waiting to see how far he could drop before I just go ahead and press his name.
Another something interesting was I feel like disrespect, but I'm gonna say I'll give it. Guys are saying they want to make him prove it, but Deshaun Watson was absolutely overlooked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In both of
he was probably on most waiver wires or like close to last in most drafts this year.
In my draft, I picked him as my last pick of the draft in my league, and I think he went to the waiver wire in the other league, bro.
Yeah.
Or did I get him in that?
I mean, I mean, even though I get what you're saying, and I do think Deshaun is gonna have a bounce back year this year, but I don't blame people. Like, I don't blame them. Them 5 games was horrific, and I understand why they were horrific, but they were horrific nonetheless. Just like people are taking a gamble.
Cooper was a top. I mean, shit. I drafted Cooper.
You said who?
I guess I'm trying to justify me drafting.
Amari Cooper. I drafted him in one of my leagues. I think him and Devontae Adams, Isaiah. I actually got your boy this year.
Amari Cooper's on my banned drafted fantasy players list. I'm picking him again. He's been on there for a few years now.
Let me ask y'all something, because I sent out a trade to somebody and they declined it. But if y'all have the choice in fantasy of drafting between Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp in this 2023 season, who are y'all taking?
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, D Adams.
Cooper Cup.
So Adams, Cup, Adams. Isaiah, you said Adams?
Cup on the pup list?
I think people were scared of Adams because of Jimmy G. So can y'all, I guess, kind of expound on y'all choice?
I'm not scared of Adams. I feel like he's still going to be a top receiver in fantasy.
He's still going to be open, ain't he?
That's what I say. He gonna get open.
Yeah, but is Jimmy G gonna find him when he is open?
I don't think
he found Debo, didn't he? So he gonna find Devontae. He'll do all right.
Somebody else did make that point. You're right.
He'll do all right.
Somebody else made that point.
Long as Devontae,
he got Debo paid.
Long as Devontae Adams coming across that middle, he gonna hit him. Now if he doing some out shit, that's gonna be a pick.
That's real talk. That's real talk. That's a tip. I was gonna say the same shit. I was gonna say the same shit.
You know what I'm saying? Anything across that middle, slants and all that, he gonna hit him. But if he trying to do like a 10 and out, anything on the sideline, he ain't gonna hit him. That's gonna be
I kind of agree with that. He ain't got the in the Super Bowl. You saw that. Super Bowl a few years ago.
I can give y'all another receiver. It seems a lot of people were scared of who went very, very low in most drafts, which is Mike Evans. For one obvious reason. What's your thoughts on that?
So I was very happy to get Mike Evans as my flex. I was shocked to have Mike Evans.
You know what I think people were thinking about? I think it was two things. For one, Mike Evans wasn't the happiest even when it came to Brady with targets and spit like that. Two, I think people are thinking about OBJ when he was with
I think Mike Evans in both of my leagues on the bench.
I got Chris
so he's a bench player in my one league and he's my flex in the other league. I was very happy to get him at where I got him at.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I scammed somebody for my flex. I got tricked somebody into trading me Austin Eckler for DeAndre Swift or whatever. So
how the fuck you get Eckler?
Oh yeah, I just went to the simple, DeAndre Swift. He's a good running back who has a good O-line, so he could produce this year. And that somehow that was just good enough for me to get Eckler. Eckler has problems with the Chargers organization and yada yada yada. I'm like, it ain't even that.
I drafted Amari and I drafted Amon-Ra St.
Brown. Hey, Jay Will, is it too late to get an invite to your league?
To play flex.
Is it too late, my nigga? If that's all it takes,
yeah, probably.
That's all it takes to get a. Swift was going in Swift was people's backup running backs in most drafts.
I think Swift is underrated. Don't get me wrong, but a person of Austin Eckler caliber, I'm a good person to try to convince somebody or something like that. I always try to look lowball people.
You can only convince somebody with that don't know football. Or fantasy.
I feel like Swift is gonna be that player that sometimes you wish you would have put him in. You know, he's gonna be that guy.
I think he'll be solid in Philadelphia.
But Austin Eckler is probably the second, second drafted running back off of most boards in the entire draft.
Austin Eckler is one of the most consistent fantasy players in the last 5 years.
I took Austin Eckler because I know he's gonna be catching that damn ball out the backfield.
That's one of Herbert's favorite targets.
And he the number one. He ain't gonna share. Swift got it.
But they did bring over the new Okor, and he favored more of a slam the ball in there type of offense. So Eckler was more of a catch the pass out the backfield guy, and then they would put him in there when they got inside the 20 all the time. This year it might not work out the same, so his touchdown production might go down.
So
that's why I didn't mess with Eckler. I didn't mess with Eckler in the first round.
So I got a question for y'all because I don't know when y'all drafted, but for the people, if y'all did draft before this whole Jonathan Taylor debacle, what were y'all seeing him drafted as? Because I know that little.
I'm glad you brought him up. So the first draft I did, it wasn't announced yet that he wasn't going to be traded and he was going to be put on the list for the 4 weeks. So in
August, so damn.
Well, we did it it was literally 2-3 days before. It was August 27th. So we did that, and he was taken off the board by a Colts fan. We actually had a Colts fan on the podcast last week to fill in for you. But He was drafted by a Colts fan. What was it, Norman? Like the 4th round or something like that? Before we knew the news, it was like 3rd or 4th round or something split like that.
I was taken off the board.
Once the news came out, which is the draft that I did Sunday, I got Jonathan Taylor like super duper late. I think it was like literally like the 9th, 10th round type split to where I tucked him. Because everybody didn't want to touch him at that point. He was like a disease. It's like we don't know. Like he legit might not play this season, according to most people. So
I'm confusing the date that he went on the PUP list with the date that he said he was going to not be traded. Because the PUP, when we knew that he wasn't playing the first 4 games of the year, we knew that like 2 weeks before the draft time.
But also, like, you got to realize, like, Jonathan Taylor, like,
trade or not.
Last year, Jonathan Taylor was like the #1 pick for most people. You know what I mean? And for him to have such a disappointing, maybe like
don't tell that to Isaiah because he took him as his #1 pick last year, and he was pissed the hell off.
Yes, like it just seems like Jonathan Taylor isn't just the best most likable player in fantasy football right now. So
he would have been a safe pick too had he,
Yeah, he would have been a really good pick for anybody.
I mean. Like I said, I got him on like an insurance policy right now. He's sitting on my IR. So if he do come back,
that's a great pick for leagues with IRs. You could kind of stash him. That's a great pick,
Yeah. I still expect him to be a week or so.
Go ahead, Jay.
I just want him to I just want Jonathan Taylor just to have a good year, and then all this shit just had to happen.
He can get off my spot. I don't even care for him anymore.
Damn. Jeez Louise.
And it's fun.
Right, you got to start writing some language for that next collective bargain agreement concerning running backs, man. Got to get the laws in the league changed, brother. So no franchise tag for running backs. Let's start there.
Yep,
and these running backs are such a core piece to your offense.
Shorter rookie contracts, if no rookie contract at all. Because what's happening is if they draft them high, they let them play the 5 years of the rookie contract and then say, oh, yeah, we good.
And the running backs need to get paid because they are the most important piece to your offense.
Depending on how well your team is, yes.
They're the only guy on offense that does all of the duties.
And then I was shocked. Well, it was funny with the Kelsey thing because as far as like after last season, everybody was like, damn, like first chance I get, I'm taking Kelsey. Like everybody was on Kelsey. And something in my gut was telling me like the fact that everybody wants Kelsey so bad, it seems like it's possible this nigga might get hurt. Like it just seems like when niggas is on a certain player like that, like remember the season when everybody's like after the 2,000-yard season from Henry, oh, get Henry.
That was the crowd that
ACL that season.
I mean, on Kelsey last year. That's what, you know what I mean? Right. People that passed up on him, and then he had the season he had. They like,
yeah, it's like, and the reason I was thinking about getting him, I just didn't have a high enough pick, but it was because I had him 2 years ago, and I had him, and I think I kind of took him for granted because I didn't realize that tight end position was something I never had to worry about until I didn't have him the following year. And I was like, damn, this is what people who don't have Kelsey got to go through.
See, look,
I was like, I'm grabbing that nigga.
I drafted Irv Smith Jr. like 3 years in a row. Got hurt year. So like at that point, I was like, okay, the tight end is obviously like the weakest fantasy position. If you don't have Kelsey or if you don't have Mark Andrew, you're basically taking a gander at tight end. And I feel like that's very important.
Yeah, because Kittle was available. Oh man, very late.
Kittle was available late, surprisingly. And then there was a couple other sleeper tight ends I had in mind, like Ingram.
I don't believe in holding your draft board ransom for tight ends. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Kelsey is the exception to the rule because he plays like a wide receiver. He
right. And you treat him as one of them top picks, at the top of the draft. He's not even like tight end to me. He's one of them first like 10 dudes that you consider getting because of production. And he's the only tight end that even comes close to being up there.
Absolutely.
Tight end is damn near a kicker as far as concern in draft.
Even though I think this draft class had a lot of really good tight ends, but until they actually show production wise that they're getting better strength wise, it's just a very weak position. And my goal is to draft the weakest positions first, which is why I always go tight end and then I go running back. That's always been my strategy.
Not a bad strategy.
You can easily get my receiver.
Running back.
All right, so
perhaps too many running backs in fantasy.
Isaiah, I think I drafted Jerry McDrops Judy and regretted it immediately. He already might be missing week 1 against y'all.
Damn.
He's out. He's out. I was gonna say the first mistake is he's gonna miss like 2 or 3 weeks.
And
he's
that's
out
what
for sure.
Well, I did get him in like the 9th or 10th round because he was still there, but I don't know. I guess I didn't.
I don't draft till after week 4 preseason.
I did the same thing, JC, in the other draft. But yeah, he's out against the Raiders, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, getting him in that round, that's not too bad. I mean, he's obviously not your number 1 receiver unless your receiving core is like really weak because you
right.
But
you're part of the Sean.
Yeah, he's the like I would say 4th best receiver on my team.
Okay, so you're all right. I mean,
I got Devontae Adams, I got Amari Cooper, Scary Terry.
That's an old league.
Oh, you got Scary.
Yeah, that's ours.
How big is your league?
I'll send a trade.
It's 10.
It's
a little spread out.
I like the Scary Terry pick.
I need Devontae Adams up off you, so I'll send that trade request over.
Yeah, you got to
get Terry McLaurin might be like one of the most consistent, underrated fantasy receivers. Like I can always like depend on him regardless of who his damn quarterback is. Like it don't even be matter.
I think in my
always get him though.
I try to get him every time. So he's a very safe pick and somebody that nobody be thinking about for some reason still at this time. So
yeah,
that's
in my 12 man league. I have my wide receivers are Chris Olave. I hope he has a breakout year. I really need him to. Olave, excuse me. Chris Godwin, the rookie receiver from Seattle, who went to Ohio State, the Smith kid.
Jigba.
Yeah. Elijah Moore, Hunter Renfrow, and John Mechie III.
And Jigba. Oh, wait, you said John Mechie III?
Matter of fact,
was my last
looking at our draft, JC. I love my tight end.
Who's your tight end?
Paul. And I love the Mike Williams pick, like I was saying. But Waller.
Marv, what did you do?
Waller.
Oh,
I tried to get Waller. I couldn't get him. People started snagging up tight ends a little bit too quick. I thought they'd put it off a little bit. And then next thing I know, like 4 or 5 tight ends went off the board. Kelsey was already gone.
Snagging up tight ends.
Waller was one of those players that once you see him get drafted, you be like, what the F? He was still available. I forgot about him. He was one of those.
Yeah.
That's how he was last year, though. Like he was really, really good last year. I don't even think he was projected to be that high. Like I wish.
Isaiah, I was just saying, bro. You said snagging up tight ends, so I just had to.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it until like you actually said that.
I got a question. How much fantasy relevance? Because this guy that I'm about to mention was drafted damn near not drafted type split, but he usually got grabbed late. Michael Thomas, where do y'all see his fantasy relevance?
I mean, nobody knows.
Next
nobody
season. So he could be a steal, or he could be where he could be what he was drafted at.
He's basically like George Kittle, bro. Like, I'm sorry, he hasn't played a healthy season in a long time. George Kittle hasn't played a full season.
But when Kittle does play, he is gonna give you elite, Travis Kelce like numbers though. When he does play.
No, yeah, this is even worse than that. This is even worse than that. We haven't seen this guy.
Yeah.
On the field. We have not seen him. We don't know what he is at this point. So it's just like Odell. It's just like Odell. Did anybody in y'all leagues draft Odell?
Late.
Odell was taken pretty late, but he got picked up and like he wasn't on the waiver wire, but he was drafted late.
Yeah, like
He's
really.
a waiver wire guy for us.
I try to stay with players that are that injury prone. I try to stay away from. Like you talking about 3 different ACL tears.
When you miss an entire year of football or more, like in Michael Thomas's case, nobody knows.
Yeah, you're kind of like.
I did get an insurance running back. I grabbed Elijah Mitchell, so just in case CMC get hurt, which is a big possibility, he's sitting right there waiting.
Honestly, that was a good pickup, JC.
Michael Thomas could end up being the best pick of your draft.
Based
I've
on
been
where
hoping that for the past 2 years. It ain't happening. I was the same believer. I'm done. I'm off the ship.
Yeah, he's just been
that shit last year. Had him stashed for like fucking 4 or 5 weeks, and then next thing he's out.
I had that man dying on the IR.
Isaiah, you was just
Jonathan Taylor this year.
Teams in our league. You actually stole somebody from me that I didn't. I'm using your term now, Ragu. You actually stole somebody from me in our draft that you didn't realize. You snatched Miles Sanders literally right when I was about to grab him because that was one of my biggest running back sleeper picks this year. It was him and Rashad White. Him and Rashad White were probably like my 2 sleeper running back picks this year.
JC, did you pick Miles Sanders in our
D-Man in the league? Yeah, I picked him.
You stole him from me.
Oh, did I? I returned the favor.
Yeah. So it's all good because I was about to get him when you did that.
It was because more so in that league, bro, my quarterback play's not that strong. I got Deshaun Watson and fucking Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I noticed that you kind of just like walk me into your strategy because I noticed you kind of like ignored your quarterback position most of the draft. Was that intentionally or was everybody gone by the time you started?
Drafting QBs in the 2nd and 3rd round. Like, bro, like I understand Mahomes and maybe Josh Allen, but nigga, it was 2nd, 3rd round. I see Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, Lawrence, everybody going. So I was like, well, damn.
No. I got to defend the league. Hold on, Jay Will, because there's a little bit of cap in his rap right now.
There's no cap.
Jalen Hurts was the other quarterback he's referring to. Herbert and T. Law was drafted a little late. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't nearly that early. Isaiah was just trying to be slick and load up on other stuff, and then it ended up being too late where he was like, well, F it, I ain't got a quarterback now. I might as well keep beefing this split up and just get somebody later.
I mean,
Russell Williams and Watson.
Like, I'm not.
I think Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson are like probably the 2, like I guess what would you say, like low risk, high reward QBs this year.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers was interesting in this year's draft. This year's fantasy draft.
Yeah, Rodgers is another
position that he went in was very, very interesting.
But Rodgers, I think people aren't realizing in fantasy last year, like Rodgers probably did good on the field. In fantasy, Rodgers was not one of the top quarterbacks in fantasy last year. So people that were playing fantasy understand that. So he's like a, mid to low end QB1 that you would have on your team on some backup type split for your bye week. Now, if he happens to go over there and ball the F out, then I think that's another contender, Ragu, for that'll be one of your best picks, of the draft. That could be one of your best picks. And Russell Wilson, I think Russell Wilson is going to be very dependent on Sean Payton. I think if you got Russell Wilson as your quarterback in any fantasy league, in Sean Payton you trust. That's all I'm saying regarding that.
That's just like if you got Jerry Jeudy at the receiver.
Russell Wilson's the player that you don't draft.
You're right. But I'm not depending on him as too high. You feel me? Receivers, I got Jerry Jeudy when I was already good at receivers.
You just took a flyer on him.
If you got Russell Wilson as your QB1, you kind of, you in that position. Or you going to have to hope for somebody on the waiver wire to have, that you can grab like Anthony Richardson or something like that you can hopefully grab later on.
It's very possible you could have Russell Wilson and Deshaun very easily.
Oh, yeah.
See what happens.
I'm just surprised people drafting Russell Wilson.
I was going to say, I'm a little surprised at that.
I mean, you could say the same for Deshaun, though. To be real, both of them.
Deshaun's at least a little younger and has like Russell Wilson's one of those guys, like I say.
The last time Deshaun Watson was an elite quarterback in this league, Russell Wilson was also an elite quarterback in this league.
But Russell Wilson's also like, what, 30?
True indeed.
Probably like mid-30s if I had to guess. He's getting up there in age. Deshaun probably still like 28. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I have to look that up.
I need you to figure that shit out, because, buddy, quarterback, I can't depend on Daniel Jones, brother.
Daniel Jones, I believe.
Russell Wilson's 30.
Oh, he got Daniel Jones on the bench.
So Isaiah, who would you end up going with?
I see you ain't starting that nigga against Dallas, nigga. You know better than that.
Well,
that's the
decent. Update my lineup too, because I got some.
I mean, I got Josh Jacobs as my running back, Jamar Chase as my lead receiver, ETN and CD Lamb, then Miles Sanders as one of my flex.
Yeah, what y'all think about ETN? Because it seems like he was drafted a little high this year by a lot of people. Like, a lot of people believe in him. What's y'all thoughts on him fantasy wise?
I love the pick. Every year with him.
I love the pick. I wanted him and lost out on him a couple times.
I think he's going to be pretty. I think he'll be decent too. I think he's a solid pickup. For
I didn't see him drafted any lower than maybe third round, maybe early fourth.
He's a big back. He gonna play every down. Not subject to getting hurt really. So
he can catch out the backfield.
But it really felt like he was drafted that high just because the running backs were starting to get taken. Like, there's gonna be like a lot of running backs taken high just because the value is so bad for them.
Right.
But
then at the same time, it's like if you don't get a running back by a certain time, it's like you might as well load up on everything else and just hope that carries you to the playoffs.
If you're not drafting running backs high, honestly, you're not winning your fantasy league. Like, I'm sorry. It's important.
What you say? Say that again.
I feel like if you don't draft running backs,
and if you ignore your running back position, you're probably not gonna win the league.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why I said you can never have too many of them.
I don't know,
that's one of your sayings. You can never have too many running backs in fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, there is a point, obviously, where you could have too many of them.
No, I give, yeah, I give.
But yeah, if when good ones are available, you draft them, and
other fantasy. I got 5 of them niggas, boy. Fuck you.
You're not winning the fantasy league with James Conner as your starting running back. I'm sorry.
If James Conner is your RB1, GG, your season over with, buddy.
I mean, people in our league understood that though, JC. So I got Dalvin, but we don't know. You know what? You got to share with Breach or what? But I also got DeAndre Swift, so we'll see how that goes.
Who's y'all quarterbacks in y'all leagues this year?
I went, like I told y'all, I went heavy on my MVP favorite, T-Law, man. If I got
the name of my fantasy team is Megahertz.
I like that.
So I think that kind of explains my situation at quarterback, brother. In my other league, I got Mahomes.
Wait, what round you draft them?
Second.
Yeah.
I'm not embarrassed to say it. Yeah, second round, I got the motherfucker.
It's not that bad because Mahomes will get you numbers. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't know. I just don't go for QBs that high.
I don't usually, but you know, you got to secure Jalen.
Yeah, I feel like that's a must. Got to get Hurts.
Yeah.
JC, I think your mic's out.
Yeah, I was.
Here you go on that fuckery again.
Talking about, do you think you got the best team out there, y'all?
We can't hear you, nigga. JC, we cannot hear you.
I think I got a good shot in my league that I run. They let me.
I'm running the table with both of them.
Wait, Jay Will, who is your quarterback again?
So my starting quarterback is Kirk Cousins. My backup is Carr. So I feel like I'm okay in the quarterback spot.
When did you draft those guys? Very late?
I drafted Cousins like round 6. I drafted Derek Carr about round 13, 14, somewhere around there.
Well,
so was Carr just like an available piece?
Yeah, I was going to draft a quarterback until a backup quarterback until extremely late because I'm usually never just that concerned.
Oh man, made me want to jump into fantasy now.
I got Pacheco too in my other.
Honestly, I like that one. You said you had Pacheco?
Yeah.
I think that is a really good pickup.
I do too, bro. I do too. I got Mr. Nicholas Chubb and Pacheco. So I drafted Chubb in both my leagues that I'm in. Very high.
I'm back, y'all.
Okay.
Very high on Mr.
Isaiah and Dre,
700-pound squat man.
It's crazy because last week, remember I had that one problem before we started filming. I was like, damn, it might be going in and out. And I didn't have a problem the whole episode last week when I actually warned y'all. And then this week, here we go.
Oh, it actually went out. Yeah, you did say that.
But Jay Will, to answer your question, I just realized I actually drafted Burrow and Geno in both of my leagues. I didn't even realize that until right now.
Oh, damn. Burrow and Geno?
I took Burrow and Geno in both leagues.
Yeah, Geno's going to be really interesting. I want to see how he does.
Yeah, obviously I got Geno. Geno was my backup situation, so he was pretty low. I was kind of struggling between, and Isaiah would like this. I was struggling between Burrow, the real sunshine, and Lamar Jackson, and I actually took Burrow because of how he finished. Because I had him last year and how he finished strong for me and carried me through my playoffs. I just, I had to roll with it, looking at the weapons he has versus the other two. Yeah, it seemed like the choice to go to. So, and then looking at the schedule, it looked a little better than the other two as well. So yeah, I got Burrow in both leagues this season. So it's all or nothing. If Burrow does trash this year, that's my season.
He comes back.
That's my season. Who's your receiver? Who's your number one receiver again, JC?
So for my league with D, it's Cooper Kupp and Metcalf. I know that sounds kind of disgusting. And then for the one with Isaiah and Norman, it's Devontae Adams and Amari Cooper.
That's who it was, Devontae and Amari. Yeah. Okay. Isaiah
talking about sending the trade, but when I was looking at his team, I don't know what he really got that can entice that. Like, I actually tried to do a trade with somebody in our league, Isaiah. I tried to do Adams for Cooper Kupp straight up, and he turned me down. He declined it.
Yeah,
I told him straight up, nothing, no strings, nothing. He said he believed in the chemistry with Stafford and Cooper Kupp more so than Jimmy G and Adams, and the fact that he said Jimmy G always get hurt. But I'm like, I mean, Stafford just got hurt too, so it's like
it's not even a chemistry. It's more so Cooper Kupp's hamstring injury. Like right now, he's
and that I was like, both of them niggas is hurt.
Right, yeah, that's why that's not a good trade.
But I think
I got to take the grandson of football practice, bro. Hey, but I can switch it to the phone though.
All right, big dog. Yeah, your invite's still there.
So just stop this one.
Yep. We gotta get your. We're gonna do we got one more topic, and then we're gonna do a week 1 preview Vegas style before we get up out of here.
Vegas style, baby.
Vegas style week 1 preview.
There is some like breaking
word to my brother Isaiah.
Before we do anything else, there is a little breaking news for college basketball people. If you follow Mikey Williams, apparently his court date has been pushed back to October the 10th, which will cause him to possibly miss most of the basketball season next year.
Wow.
So he may not even play.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
And Jet overrated. Jet is overrated anyways. He's 7.
Damn. You talk about him like that, but you be pumping up Bronny the way you do.
I pump up Bronny.
And you know,
do I need to go pull up the episodes, Nate?
When do I pump up Bronny and say he's going to be the best player in this draft class?
I never said you said he was going to be the best player in the draft. I said you was pumping him up. That nigga, he wasn't the business like you was claiming he was. You kept saying like, oh, well, this nigga, he was the young guy on the team. It was seniors over him and all that.
Because it was, nigga. He was playing with. Do you realize who he was playing with at Sierra Canyon?
I'm not talking about the very first year though. Even after that, he was definitely being pumped up more than what he is. Even with him going to SC and it's like the number 1 player in the country that's already over there. I mean, God bless him. Hope he gets better and everything. But I was saying some of the stuff beforehand that probably wasn't the smartest decision.
All right. Jay Will just texted me, said his internet went out. He's trying to get back in.
Damn. Damn. I think your McDonald's that rubbed off on my guy Jay Will.
That's that Ole Miss shit.
Everything.
Yeah, just tell him the invite is still there. He can just join again whenever just go into his email.
Yeah, I just let him know. And can we get on from this? No one wants to know about LeBron or any of that stuff no more. But let's move on.
Ah, damn, Dre.
Ass nigga. Sorry.
Ain't nobody care about him.
All right. So, any last words on your fantasy season, brothers, and how y'all think y'all looking? What grade y'all give y'all money teams? I'll just go there.
I'm running the table.
Are you liking your team in our league? Are you really liking how you look, or how dependent you think you are on Deshaun? Like what you thinking right now?
That one I can say I'm about. I got 75 in that league, but that other league I'm definitely running the table in that one.
Okay, Norman, your team is stacked. I ain't gonna cap. The team is definitely stacked.
I give you Herbert for CeeDee Lamb, my nigga.
The fake sunshine.
Oh yeah, this nigga need receivers, and you need a quarterback. That's a perfect trade.
Nigga, you need Mike Evans in another pick.
That nigga said Mike Evans.
Yeah, my number one receiver, nigga.
Jay Will, I don't know how much you commented on it. You don't think that Mike Evans is worth being scared of with that Baker's situation?
It depends on where you draft them at. To me, like I feel like Mike Evans right now because of it.
So you saying he shouldn't go disgustingly low, but he should go.
He shouldn't be like no late round pick. You know what I mean? I feel like he's more of like a mid rounder.
Okay, gotcha. Versus him usually being like second or third in the past. Gotcha. Especially I feel you on that.
And Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask is his quarterback this year, so we'll see how that goes.
What's your chances of winning? How many leagues you win, Jay Will?
I only do 2 a year. I don't like.
Okay, yeah, same here. These niggas be crazy with that split.
So you do like 5 leagues. You can't. I'm not.
How do you grade your squads right now? How you looking?
So I think for the most part, I think one team I feel like I should win a championship in. The other one, just because of depth wise, it's just not looking the best, which is why I'm trying to make.
Which one is the championship one? Run that down to me real quick before we get to the next step.
All right, so my championship team is Kirk Cousins, my quarterback, Jamar Gibbs and Eckler is my running backs, which I'm very proud of. Chris Olave.
So Gibbs is your sleeper, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I did. So Chris Olave and Godwin are my starting wide receivers with Travis Kelce as my tight end. Pierce, the running back from Houston, is my flex. I got the Eagles defense, and I got McPherson, the kicker.
How many people in that league?
12. Does
that sound very championship to y'all, or am I tripping?
Sounds solid to me.
Love the confidence, though.
It depends on other as long as nobody got Jefferson and Adams back to back like they did last year, I still don't know how the niggas did that.
Yeah, my other one's kind of shaky.
Oh yeah, that was my cousin. Yeah, he ended up. Yeah, because everybody was scared of Adams with Derek Carr. It was the same split. Adams was usually like a top 3 pick in fantasy, and then start getting sorry quarterbacks. Niggas got scared of him.
Yeah, so they'd be just fine. And what happened? He was just fine.
He was, but Jimmy G might be a little worse. I ain't gonna cap. Debo.
Y'all think Kirk Cousins
started getting a lot of fantasy value because he was running the ball. Like it wasn't like he was just, you know what I'm saying? Like he was literally complaining about last year wanting to be more of a wideout, but
that's because he didn't want to get paid.
Debo this year. I was going to touch him this year because I don't know what his stats will look like. Because with Christian McCaffrey coming in, and he's probably going to take.
Yeah, he's not going to be running as much.
Yeah, he's not going to be running as much. Plus, with a guy like
McCaffrey, it seems like Debo wasn't as sexy of a pick this year as it usually is looked at. You know what I'm saying?
He was my
what round did he go in? What round did
I ain't got time for y'all Marvin Coop, New York shenanigans, Isaiah. I'm a Cali nigga, brother.
That's still a pause.
Samuels went 3rd round for me.
Bro, you didn't say.
I ain't gonna lie. That last Ragu pause was probably like,
bro.
That was the one right there. That was definitely heavily needed.
Again, like JC said, Marv, what have you done to this show?
I've been saying that every time Coop comes to the show, I tell him that. He should be back next week after we have our our week 1 recap.
Just make sure you catch yourself, JC.
Lost.
All right, I got one last topic before we get to the preview. So I'm sure y'all seen the news of the NBA, NFL, UFC shutdown of live streams attempts because they're claiming that there's a $28 billion loss from that yearly. Can y'all sound off on y'all thoughts on that?
Well, first off, let me know when it happened because I've been watching college football on YouTube live since Thursday. Like I watched Utah destroy Florida on YouTube live. Just let me know when that happens.
Y'all played Mercer. Y'all played Mercer.
Look, I'm sorry, Isaiah, but y'all played cupcakes since like 1990. Now that y'all finally played somebody week 1, now you feel like
damn.
Y'all been playing the Georgia Southerns, y'all been playing the Mercers, UT Martins, and now all of a sudden you got this animosity towards week 1.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's what. Okay.
Watch them lose to Tulane next Saturday. Now,
exactly. Now I got y'all going 7-5.
And then one of them.
So do y'all think it's gonna? Do y'all think whatever it is they planning on doing is gonna change anything as far as money loss? Because a point that was made was that you still have millions of people. Clearly, if it's a $28 billion loss, that means there's millions and millions of people still watching your brand, that are talking about your brand, that are posting about your brand, that are buying merch from your brand, that are what I'm saying, that are probably gambling on your brand, which you guys have partnerships with now. So do y'all still think one way or another they can lose as much, or do you think like you guys could see why they're having like a hard shutdown now on this?
So personally, I just think because when you look at TV ratings per year, it doesn't matter what sport, they're usually going down. And I think a lot of that has to do with it's just so easy to find like an illegal stream and just to watch it that way. Like
I can definitely attest to that.
I'd rather watch it on YouTube than pay like an $80.
Yeah, y'all keep that on the low, man.
Like if there's any way I can save money, that'd be the number one thing I would do, was to stop buying NBA league passes and just watch everything on YouTube or Dofu, whatever other illegal streaming app that you can watch it on.
Hey, stop snitching on the plug, nigga.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let me.
I mean, I actually get the official league pass because of my cousin, so I get the league pass. But for all the other games, it's like, yeah, I mean, they can easily be excess. Like it's usually not much of a problem for me.
There's loopholes around it,
and like clearly nobody has cable anymore because it's literally that's like ancient now. It's like
hell no, yeah, nobody has cable.
I canceled my split like 3 years ago and ain't missed a beat.
It's been like 4 years.
Norman, what's your thoughts on that?
They want too much damn money. You see how much they want for YouTube NFL? Like y'all,
bro, that shit is insane. Have you guys seen the price?
How much is it?
It's like $149, ain't it? Or something like that?
I think a couple more dollars more.
Yeah, you smoking square dick. You think I'm paying that much to be watching NFL? Nigga, man, yo.
Bro, like I was on ESPN's thing and I was trying to like sign up for it because like I usually do.
Do y'all think
it was like $80, $90 fee just to watch in ESPN? And I was like, I can just watch this somewhere else for free. So
do y'all think if they made it more affordable, like that would really stop people from watching the split? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna go with the easiest.
Watch something for free. You know what I mean? It sucks because on their side they're losing revenue because of TV deals, and it like makes their numbers look worse. But as a fan, I'm always
that's a good point. That's a good point. That is a good point.
Pretty soon we're gonna be having to pay pay-per-view for a Super Bowl the way they're doing.
And I think it's probably not literally that people are watching illegal streams. I think that it's probably growing in how much or how accessible illegal streams have become, which in turn is hurting their numbers even more. And that's probably what that is more anything, especially for the fights, because the fights is like the pay-per-view money. That was like the thing back in the day. And it's like now I wish I would pay $100
Looks a wrap
Evans
Come
fight.
on, JC. You're doing too much, bro. This shit is going on YouTube with this shit.
They gonna
You act like I'm over here
They
getting
gonna
like
put
a but this is where you go to. This is like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that's
All
what
right, yeah, just yeah. We want that to, you know how they usually, we didn't have this before, bro, and then they end up catching up with that shit. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, they do this.
I guess to a degree.
$40.
But Ragu, they literally sell what's the split called fire sticks, Ustream boxes. What you think that is? That's all that is.
But you still gotta do something like, you gotta do some outlaw shit to them, though. They don't just come rigged up.
No, you don't.
Jailbreak fire stick, nigga. You gotta jailbreak them hoes to get that shit.
Well, I didn't.
You wasn't buying none of that shit from the store, bro, and getting all that NFL shit.
I'll wear that. I never actually bought one of those. It's like I got a lot of family members and friends that got that switch. So I thought that I thought they just searched something up. They there like.
Nah, hell no. I have that. It ain't nowhere near like that.
Season pass ticket.
So
I got 2 fire sticks.
Do it for $40. Watch any game, replay, and all that. I'll pay for that.
But let's go. Let's go. Let's go to our week 1 predictions because Ragu get mad at me right now. I'm effing up the sauce.
He's like, JC, chill.
As long as possible.
All right, let's go. Game 1, week 1 is officially here in less than 48 hours. The Detroit Lions at Kansas City, where they will be receiving their Super Bowl rings. I wonder if Chris Jones will be there to accept his ring. That's a good, something to think about. But yeah, they got the Chiefs by 5.5.
You got 5.
So if y'all were putting y'all money down, I need which side y'all going to.
I like the Lions to cover that.
I agree with Isaiah.
My question is, when did you do that print out that line, JC?
Literally, it's a live line. I'm right now.
So that means that means the money is going on Detroit.
Oh, it was worse than this?
It was plus 6.5.
Oh, okay.
Detroit.
Yeah. This is live. I'm on FanDuel right now.
That makes it a little more interesting. If I was betting money though, give me the line.
I think it's week 1. They're gonna start with a bang. I think it's I think they're gonna start with a bang. Yeah, I would too. I think they're gonna start with a bang. Ain't no blowouts going on game 1. And the league ain't gonna allow it to happen on week 1.
I really like them at 6.5, like they was before, but I'll take them 5.5.
Norman,
Jeez.
I knew you was gonna do that, Sweat. I just knew it. I seen it all in your face. Why are you taking the Chiefs as winning by a touchdown?
Mahomes, nigga.
Especially with no Chris Jones.
We always think they is. They just ain't going.
It's looking very 35 to 32-ish game right now.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be
just like that.
I'm going with 35 to like 14, bro.
14.
You know what's crazy? That nigga Norman did this to my team last year. He predicted we was gonna get smacked by 30 on day 1. And we got smacked by 30 on day 1.
Hey, he be right about a lot of shit. I agree.
on the low.
So
on the low.
Well, give me the winning lottery numbers, nigga.
Man, I've been trying.
I said on the low, nigga. That's some with your chest spit right there. Dre, who you take on that? You took the Lions too?
No, I'm taking KC, but not by much. I'm taking him 24-21. It's Patrick Mahomes. If you can't stop him, he's.
You said 24-21?
So
yeah.
Taking Detroit.
Then you are taking Detroit.
No,
this is Vegas style, brother. Vegas style.
We're going by the point.
It's 5.5. 5.5 points.
Oh, 5 more points.
My bad. Y'all know Dre is, you know what I'm saying? He probably hasn't done the gambling spit and all that yet. Probably ain't went to Vegas yet. You feel me? So we gotta teach the young brother.
All right. Yeah, you gotta teach.
So yeah, when we say by 5.5, that means they got the Chiefs winning the game by 5.5 points. So that means they gotta score 6 more points than the Lions in order to cover that. So do you see the Chiefs winning by 6 or more points?
I see it. I see it.
Gotcha.
I see it.
I'm only gonna ask this for this game only because it's the first game. I'm not gonna do it with the other ones because it'll take too long. But do any of y'all see Detroit winning the game?
It's possible. I mean, with Travis Kelce being looking like
nigga, anything is possible. Do you see them winning the game?
That nigga said anything is possible.
Hold on,
I'll say yeah. Fuck the Chiefs.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, fuck the Chiefs.
I feel like they're not getting the respect that they deserve, but I still think the Chiefs.
The Chiefs?
Chiefs are winning that one.
Why the Chiefs ain't getting the respect they deserve, and everybody's saying?
No, I mean, like, the Lions are not getting probably the credit of how good of a team.
Nigga, everybody got them winning the division this year.
Division.
Everybody.
This is not good.
But I got
division is boo-boo.
Like saying
I done seen a lot of analysts say that the Packers are still going to win. I've even seen analysts.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild. That is wild. I do think the Packers are going to be as bad as people think they are, but I don't know about winning that division. That's crazy.
That's what you call a hot take.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I got the Chiefs are definitely winning this one, I think.
All right, let's go. Norman, you should sound off first on this one. You got the Niners and Steelers. They got the Niners winning that by 2.5.
Winning this, baby. It's gonna be 35-20. 35-20.
Damn, y'all gonna beat the dog spit out of them, huh?
Dog spit. I'm coming on Tuesday, so you make sure you don't be running on Tuesday, so I can be back. Tell them what happened.
All of a sudden, now he gonna be here for recaps.
That's right.
Let the Steelers get that game. That nigga ain't gonna be nowhere to be found.
I'm still gonna be like the ref was cheap. The ref.
I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna drag you in here. I'm gonna make sure Coop here for that episode for sure.
Oh yeah, that.
So, who y'all taking on this one? Niners by 2.5.
I'm gonna say Niners, man.
Yeah, I'm going
Niners by field goal.
I think the Niners win like 24-17.
So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That 2.5
Niners.
They say
23-20.
Not a
All right. Next we going. We got the division rival. We got the Panthers and the Falcons. They got Atlanta winning that by 3.5.
I like that.
Wait, you said Atlanta versus who?
Panthers.
By how much? 11?
Your boy Bryce Young.
And you said by 11?
How much?
No, by 3.5.
Oh, 3.5. Okay.
I'm gonna take Atlanta. Atlanta does want to, even against the spread. I got Atlanta. Atlanta was one of my sleeper teams on the prediction show, and this is one of the wins I had for them.
Me too.
Atlanta, yeah.
I'll say Atlanta covers. I think Atlanta covers that. It's
Bryce
Bryce Young's first start, so I think they'll cover.
It's fine.
Yeah, with that going against that defense, yeah, I think you're right.
I agree.
I think
it's gonna be a whole lot of running going on. You best believe that. Though.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like since it is his first start,
that nigga is not be throwing that rock with AJ Terrell and Bates over there.
Got that running back.
They're gonna pressure him a lot, so I think that's what's gonna. Because it's his first start, so I feel like he's gonna get a ton of pressure.
All right, this might be the worst one I see for the whole entire week.
Y'all gonna be over there now.
And it's actually don't look as bad as I thought it would look. You got the Ravens and Texans. They got the Ravens by 10.
By 10?
By 10.
I like that.
Yeah, by 10. Wow.
Yeah, I like that. The Ravens are, yeah. I think the Ravens take that 30-20.
Yeah, I take.
Oh, so you got it as a push.
You know what a push is?
I'm gonna say the Texans on that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not
dang.
gonna lie. I think the Texans cover on that, bro. It's week 1. Some teams working out their kinks. Lamar's got a new
Hey,
offense.
OG, I love you, big dog, but you crazy as hell.
Yeah, I agree.
Double digits in the National Football League is not it's rare, bro.
Ain't nothing going on.
But looking at that, they just missed.
Ravens is finna beat the dog spit out them niggas.
Yeah, pressure.
Yeah, the Ravens got a lot of questions to be answered yet.
Like what?
The new offense.
What's wrong with their offense?
They got
a new coach and all that.
They're gonna be fine, I think.
Maybe all right.
They'll be fine.
I'm not saying they won't win, but 10 points is a wide spread. That's a wide spread.
I like that spread, honestly. I don't think it's too.
I thought it would be worse, to be honest.
I got the Texans covering that, bro.
I agree with you. Like, I just don't.
This nigga trying to Mr. Hot take over here.
I don't see the Texans. I don't even know who.
Yeah, ain't no way in hell.
Besides that running back,
they finna beat the spit down their leg.
So watch, yeah, all right. Mm-hmm.
We'll see it Tuesday.
I'm week 1.
Especially if it's in Baltimore. And it is in Baltimore. Yeah, they finna kill them. I have fun.
I'm gonna watch that.
If y'all believe like that, why don't you go take that money line on Houston?
I'll go to the casino right now.
Y'all should win a good amount of bread on that if you believe like that.
Casino right now.
$10 will get you something, nigga, if you believe.
Hey, shit.
All right, let's go. Browns and Bengals. They got Bengals by 2.5.
Oh,
that's gonna be a bomb game right there, I think.
Bengals covering that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if they win, I think it'll be by 3. If they win.
It is gonna win.
If they splitting with the Browns, I don't know if it's gonna be that one or the next one, but that's gonna be a split. It ain't sweeping them. That was you talking about.
Without Joe Burrow, I'm liking the Browns.
What you mean? Browns smacked them last Halloween, nigga. You forgot?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Y'all said that they beat the spit out of them. And that was with your boy Brissett that you was talking spit about. So what you think they gonna do now?
Oh no, I like the Browns.
That's why they took that into account. They've been waiting all year to get back to this game. Snack them both of them.
That Browns front seven.
The whole locker room was like, nigga, we got beat by the Browns with Brissett. You know what that means? Oh yeah, they coming hard with that.
Nigga talking about some Brissett.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Woo, that's just
what you mean. He beat the spit out of them on Halloween national game.
Nigga, that was Nick Chubb, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Niggas is haters. If he would have lost the game, threw too many picks or something, you'd have been blaming him, though, right?
Nigga talking about me hyping up Bronny, but up here hyping up. Suck up out of here, man. Shut up, man. Get the hell up out of here.
Oh my god.
So just for that spit, I got the Browns week 1, nigga. I got the Browns.
Why?
F the 2.5, nigga. I'm taking money line on that.
Yeah, so far 100% agree with you with these takes. You've done good today. I'm pleased.
My brother.
That's how I know.
How you back, man?
That's how I know you're wrong.
Can't wait to see Tuesday when I'm talking about these.
All right, let's go. Yeah, and you better be here too, nigga. If the Steelers end up popping y'all niggas, don't run. You can run, but you can't hide. I need you and Coop.
I'm gonna be right there.
Vikings and Bucks. They got the Vikings getting that by 6.
I can see that.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I'm agreeing with that one.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the Vikings on that.
They got Baker Dirtfield. Mayfield.
With Baker, I got the Vikings covering that.
Yeah. So y'all going hard on the team spread and spit, but when I brought up Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and all that, y'all niggas was like, nah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? They still gonna do good. Y'all should still take them. So clearly, I don't think they gonna do good enough.
I mean, the rest of the roster gonna
Get their yards, my nigga.
Oh,
they said they had to score.
The rest of the roster's still there. Just Brady gone.
Brady was the reason why that team was.
I know that's what I was saying about Tampa Bay too. People like kind of just writing them off like they're gonna be trash.
Yeah, I think
they don't have Tom anymore though. That's the thing. They have.
Yeah, I think they lost one of their
Mayfield.
best guards recently for the season. So like, I just. I think it was like Simpson or something.
Mayfield is just like Marcus Peters, just minus the shit talking.
Baker used to talk.
Oh shit! There you go. You always got some foul shit.
He really don't F for nothing Raiders. How
I'm
you
sorry, Ragu.
go to the Raiders of all teams?
Y'all also
because he's from Oakland. He was a Raider fan as a kid. Marcus Peters.
Like Evans? Who we talking about?
Marcus Peters.
Marcus Bum Peters.
he regret even asking that, right? He said, I thought y'all was talking about somebody for real. All right, I think y'all gonna laugh at this one. we got the team that everybody believes in this season, that everybody had high hopes for.
The Patriots?
Washington versus the Cardinals.
Washington. Oh, what do they have them by?
Washington covering that. I don't care if it's 30. Washington covering.
I mean, I gotta say Washington's winning it.
Damn it.
Washington's winning it regardless. I just need to know.
Yeah, y'all think it's that bad? Washington ain't got no quarterback either.
I just need to see
But Washington's a team that can figure it out. They'll figure it out. And
Washington got deep, though.
The games
Washington definitely has D. Washington definitely has D. They got Washington by 7, man.
Pause, nigga. First, oh my gosh. Pause.
What the hell I say?
Washington has D? Oh my God.
Hey, Coop, I love you, but I hate you, bro, for what you did to my show.
Where's the pause? You gotta catch yourself.
Brought this New York spit all up on here.
Anyway, bro, Sam Howell did all right the couple games that he did play last year. I think that, bro, he's got Terry McLaurin playing that terrible team that is Arizona. Yeah, they're covering. You said the spread 7? That's a gimme game on your parlay. Like that is legit. Gimme. What? Yes, that's a gimme game.
So why do you think it's so low? In your opinion?
I guess they must be doubting Washington a little bit. Like, I'm sorry, they're healthy this year. Well, hopefully
isn't Chase Young playing?
Maybe because Sam Howell is not really proven, I guess.
I get that Sam Howell's not proven, but that Arizona team looks garbage.
It does.
They're like really
but to be honest, we felt the same way about the Giants last year, didn't we?
Any given Sunday, baby. You never know.
Exactly. Nah, the Giants weren't quite this bad. No way.
They didn't have it, but yeah, I mean, Arizona's bad on all phases.
Arizona's going the other way, clearly.
Arizona, I'm telling you, Arizona wants Caleb Williams.
Oh my God.
Arizona wants Caleb Williams.
Like when I saw they drop Colt McCoy as the backup, I was like, yeah, these niggas tanking, boy. They tanking.
Oh, they don't even got McCoy no more?
No, they cut his ass. They just cut him.
Oh,
yeah. Money. Yeah.
So who is their quarterback? Who is their quarterback on Sunday?
Some middle schooler.
Let's find out.
I don't know.
So everybody has Washington covering the 7.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you got the Rod kid. Hold on. I forgot.
I got Washington on the cover.
Bro, that's a gimme game on the parlay. Like, bro, if you parlay
7 points is still a lot, though, Isaiah.
But you was just up here.
Cardinals have Joshua Dobbs.
No, the Ravens covering.
Oh crap!
They got Joshua Dobbs. Yeah, Washington is definitely.
Well, the disparity. Hold on, Isaiah. The disparity between Baltimore and Houston is way bigger than the disparity between Washington and the Cardinals.
No, it's not.
The Ravens have like Super Bowl aspirations right now.
What?
They like in win now type mode.
Super Bowl?
Nigga, it's possible.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
what I mean. Lamar goes to the playoffs every year. What are you talking about?
Unless he's doing the playoffs every year.
Okay, we're on drugs here. Okay. All right, brother.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that statement.
Like, y'all like that's just such a hot, like, that's supposed to be a hot take that them niggas
I think they're a playoff team, kind of, but like you're saying, like championship contender. That you kind of like.
That's not it. Nah, I'm with you, Jason.
I mean, who was really in their way to where it's like, nah, no way. Other than
the
what y'all say, the team.
Their entire division. Their entire division. But I'm just saying.
That way. What the fuck?
That doesn't change the fact, though. That doesn't change the fact. But yeah,
the Chiefs?
Baltimore is one of the teams to worry about.
How about Cleveland and Cincinnati and Pittsburgh? Hell. But that's beside the point.
So are they better than the Chiefs? Yes or no?
Hell no.
Okay, so are they better than the shit? I'll even throw the Bills in. Are they better than the Bills? Yes or no?
I think anybody else they can compete with. There's nobody else in the AFC is head and shoulders above Baltimore, bro. Stop it. The Bengals didn't even surpass them last year until Lamar got hurt.
I got the Bills,
and they were perfectly fine. Them niggas was healthy. Like, well, I don't know what y'all are basing this on.
Me either.
Best receiver.
Of course, they have Super Bowl aspirations.
Like, what are we talking about?
Their best receivers are rookie.
Yeah.
You want me to think that they are
their best
Super
receivers
Bowl.
are rookie? So you're saying Flowers is better than OBJ off rip? Or is he just more, healthy right now?
I feel like I'd imagine that.
All right, so JC, pose the question, like, what is Cincinnati's aspirations?
I would say the same. What I was saying is, other than the Chiefs, ain't no team in the AFC that is.
I'm saying ask everybody else that.
I mean, it sounds like they saying Super Bowl, right?
So why wouldn't Baltimore? I don't fucking.
I don't understand that either.
I'd rather take the Jets.
Because Baltimore ain't won in the playoffs.
You'd rather take the Jets, the team that ain't made the playoffs. You'd rather take a team that ain't been to the playoffs since I was in high school. That's what you telling me. That's who you believe in more.
I care about this year. I don't care about the past 2 decades. I care about this year. I'd rather have the Jets making it that far than y'all.
So everybody else, y'all niggas come on here and say they have to show me. They got to show me. But the Jets is automatically just in there.
They got Aaron Rodgers that been here.
Aaron Rodgers, the nigga that y'all been slandering the last 2 years of this podcast.
Hold on. What have we said about Aaron Rodgers? He's gonna get you to the playoffs, but when he gets to the playoffs, that's where he'll choke it.
He's a regular season guy.
I feel now that
I think we have said that on this. We have said that on this podcast.
I'm just saying, but why would that make him above? If that's the case, why would that make them above Baltimore though? Because that's what Jay Will just said.
But Jay
Will did just say that.
Okay,
Jay Will just fucking said that.
Hold on, you got to look at it this way too. So when they did get to the playoffs with Lamar, when they were the number 1 seed, they got bounced by Tennessee. They got. I just think they choke. They're gonna choke in the postseason at some point. That's why that's why I'm not high on Baltimore.
I think Baltimore's
Andre, I understand that, but these niggas making it seem like it's just so out of the realm of possibility that these niggas have Super Bowl aspirations when clearly we all agree they're a playoff team.
That's what we're talking about right now.
If you're a playoff team, not mean you're a championship contender. Yeah, that's two different levels.
Playoff team.
But here's the thing though, y'all got a team over them as a Super Bowl aspiration type team who they've been better than when Lamar is healthy. The last 2 years, the Bengals surpassed them when Lamar got hurt.
Okay, brother.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I think we're all capable. We all know what as long as Joe Burrow is helping, I think we're all know like what the Bengals are capable of. I mean, I don't feel like that's the
fucking thing about Baltimore.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
We just,
at least
once they get there, what? But it's once they get there, they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, it's like till he shows he can win a playoff game, then I don't want to hear nothing from Lamar.
He did win a playoff game.
How long ago? Like 3 years ago, probably.
He beat the Titans like a couple years ago.
The Titans bounced him.
I can't believe that Lamar
when they went 14-2.
Titans were already there.
And then he turned around and beat them the year after that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, what happened after that? They got eliminated the following. Like he knows
kept getting hurt after that.
Another reason why I don't have
Tyler Huntley was their quarterback. That's what happened.
Oh dear God! Even with Lamar, they're not. I'm telling you, they're not get. They'll get to maybe AFC title game. I'll give them that.
Okay, if you can make an AFC title game, then you have Super Bowl aspirations. You're in that mix.
I ain't getting no AFC
title. That's the game before the Super Bowl.
Exactly. If you can get to that, then yeah, that makes you a part of that mix.
Hey, that's him. I'm not giving no AFC championship.
I'm not even giving them an appearance.
I'm giving another first round bounce.
And it could be. It
first
could be if they do. If it is a first round bounce,
man. See now, first I couldn't wait till week 1. Now I can't wait till the playoffs. Y'all niggas talking like this. I can't effing wait.
I can't wait either, because I'm gonna tell you, like I told you, them sorry Vikings. Oh, I can't wait.
I didn't believe in the Vikings like that. Like they was good, but like I seen Smith throughout the season that showed me what type of time they was on.
You don't believe in nobody, nigga.
You don't believe in a team that's been better than the Bengals the last 2 years when Lamar's on the field. So, what does that say about what you believe in?
Hey, on the field.
If that's the narrative you want to go with.
At least Joe Burrow has a Super Bowl appearance.
Right.
We can keep going.
I just don't know where all the Baltimore disrespect came from. Like, this is crazy.
You said
at least Burrow got a Super Bowl appearance. What is Lamar?
These niggas act like I said the Colts or the Saints are Super Bowl contenders or some shit like that.
No, I think we just all really agree that the Ravens are not in that first.
So that means,
but the teams that you guys are naming
it's like.
Because they've been there already.
First round exits, divisional round exit, wild cards exit. I feel like they're locked in right there. You can't really push them either downwards or upwards. I feel like they're locked.
So what about the Bills? Are they Super Bowl contenders?
If you ask me, no, because Josh Allen's a fraud.
Right, yeah.
So who's the Super? So the only Super Bowl contenders in the AFC is Cincinnati and the Chiefs. That's it.
I'm going with
I agree.
Hey, I guess
if y'all saying that, then I guess I'll give y'all a graceful bow out on that.
Can I finish? I already told you the Jags going to the AFC Championship.
Hell.
Yeah, we can move. Hey, Ragu, we can move on.
Jags one of those things after.
So hold on. You want to talk about the team that's better? The Jaguars beat the Ravens last year. So what's up, nigga?
Without their quarterback?
No, with Lamar, nigga.
With Lamar.
And they have Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, now he's fumbling.
That's right, they didn't.
Now he's fumbling.
This nigga talking about a regular season game.
Looking around.
This nigga talking about a regular season game. Like we didn't just bring up Cleveland beating them.
Hold on, you talking about regular season games? Talking about some Ravens been better than Cincinnati the last 2 years. Nigga, them regular season games. Fuck you mean?
Okay, but your defense was they beat the Ravens.
Doing the same shit that you just did. Don't move no goalposts, nigga.
No, but I'm not moving the goalpost. But then you just talk shit about me saying the Browns beat the Bengals.
No, now you want to.
Then you just talk shit about the Browns beating the Bengals.
So now you want to do this shit talking about you talking about regular season games. Nigga, you was just talking about regular season games. So what the fuck are you talking about?
But now you agree with it all of a sudden. Because you just get credit from the Browns on that.
No, I'm using your logic against you, nigga. That's what I'm doing, Negro. Don't play that card.
Before we move on.
I tried to. This nigga wanted to talk about
too much time on this bullshit.
They got AFC title aspirations, but not Baltimore.
They not a title contender.
You just called a team that ain't even making playoffs a Super Bowl contender right now.
You ain't making the playoffs.
The team you just said making the AFC championship.
You said the Jaguars are making.
You just said a team that ain't making playoffs has Super Bowl contender aspirations.
What you want to put on that? If they make the playoffs, you go out and buy a Trevor Lawrence jersey. How about that?
Don't we already got a bet in line right now?
I don't remember. I got to go back to tape. But if the Jaguars make the playoffs, I want to see you in a Trevor Lawrence jersey, nigga.
Jacksonville absolutely has Super Bowl aspirations as well.
I'll do. You know what, Isaiah? For what you talking about, if Trevor Lawrence, I would say this on record. If Trevor Lawrence makes the AFC Championship game, I will buy a Trevor Lawrence jersey and wear it on the podcast for the Super Bowl preview.
You clip that out.
Wow.
Well, County, you see what I get y'all? I can get y'all some national recognition. That's all the way out in LA, nigga.
I just don't see how you think a team that's constantly being saved by Justin Tucker is a Super Bowl contender.
I mean, Justin Tucker is there though, right? So he matters, don't he?
No,
But
that's like saying the team that keep getting saved by Vinatieri ain't a Super Bowl contender.
I'm just saying, like, if you're season constantly
New England won all their championships off a kicker, nigga.
In the snow, in the rain, and the wind, and all type of shit.
Yeah, get the hell out of here,
I'm just saying, bro. If you gotta rely that heavily on the kicker, I don't know.
What did you call Adam Vinatieri? What did you call Adam Vinatieri?
That was a terrible statement, Dre.
Wait, what?
You,
Adam Vinatieri.
What did you? What
2 out of 3.
You call Adam Vinatieri?
Two of the
And the tough rule game, Vinatieri won.
That's biasly my kicker go. I'm sorry, but
I can't believe a New England guy gonna mention a kicker. Or did he mention a kicker or did he laugh at the statement?
The New England guy, I don't know. I didn't see the New England guy's reaction to it.
What happened?
But yeah, he should have stayed quiet. You're right. He should have stayed quiet on that subject.
But I was just gonna point out, like, 2 out of 3 of the Patriots' first Super Bowls came from Vinatieri.
And the tough rule game.
Yeah, so the Tucker thing actually helps the case. Like, you ain't hurting it by
I think the Ravens, I mean, the Patriots were still a solid team. Like, I don't think the Ravens are just that good to me. Like,
but
if you have to beat the Jets 13-10 by a game-winning kick against the Jets with Justin Tucker, I'm just like, wow. Like, I feel like Tucker makes them like a 10-7, 9-8 squad last year. Like, without Tucker last year, that team probably wouldn't even be in the playoffs. I feel like he keeps them being that middle pack of where they're playoff teams. But without him, like, he saved them so many times during the regular season.
I mean, take away anybody's one of their best weapons on the team, and it might hurt them like that. I mean,
on special teams.
Yeah, man, a bunch of what ifs.
He's a different breed. Yeah,
just have an average kicker and just be okay with that if you got a decent team or a good team.
Be like, what if they didn't have Justin Tucker? I mean, damn, what if they didn't have a lot of shit? Exactly. What if a lot of teams didn't have a lot of shit?
I'm just saying, I'm just not confident in the Ravens this season, just because I feel like if they actually have to go down and get the job done, where it's like Lamar Jackson needs like a game-winning touchdown, or he has to be clutch or something like that, I feel like he's not going to deliver. And I think you need those moments in a playoff type situation. And I'm just not sold on the fact that Lamar Jackson can give you a good playoff run yet.
But you're sold on who? How many other quarterbacks are you sold on?
That's the $1 million question.
That's the same reason why I don't have the Bills as a contender, because we don't know what Josh Allen is going to do.
So two teams.
Okay, but I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you how many you not sold on. How many are you sold on?
I'm sold on 2 quarterbacks. Those 2 quarterbacks are the same 2 quarterbacks.
Besides Mahomes, because we seen him do it. We seen Mahomes do it, so we don't need you to say that one. So
correct.
Besides him, who else?
Joe Burrow.
Who?
Joe Burrow.
That's what it's
I know I can trust Joe Burrow.
The only other guy in the league?
I continue to say Joe Burrow. Are you just talking about like in the AFC? You said Cal?
I'm talking about in the National Football League.
Like NFC and AFC.
I'm talking about in the NFL.
I think that can like.
I mean, ain't no point in really even bringing up NFC quarterback.
I was about to say
So in the entire conference, only Mahomes and Burrow are the guys that you trust.
That's what they saying. Exactly. Them the only 2 niggas I got a chance to come out there.
Let's move on, bro.
Exactly.
I'm going to Rodgers.
But the other team, but if you look at the teams like the Eagles, like they're extremely well rounded. You know what I mean? So like, it's not like I need to say Jalen Hurts, because even if he doesn't play well, I'm so sold on the fact that the team around him can play so extremely well that they can just win a title like that.
But we talking about that last drive. We ain't talking about the rest of the game. We talking about that last drive. So that does include Jalen.
And the Niner fan can tell you about that, because he's had a whole lot of teams like that.
And I was just about to bring that up too. Like, those two teams, they have complete teams as to where they don't need the quarterback to necessarily do that. I don't think the Ravens are one of those types.
You act like the Ravens super need that quarterback. Like they don't have a great defense.
I just don't think that I just don't think that they're
the Ravens defense better than the Bengals.
I wish
talking about all
I agree, but I'm a Joe Burrow guy, so I think Joe Burrow can drag that team back to the Super Bowl if he wants to. But
you think?
Aaron Fraud Rodgers gonna get the job done too.
What do you mean? You just happy that's one less team in the NFC y'all niggas got to see.
What do you mean by get the job?
One other guy besides Burrow and fucking.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's a crazy acting like that's a wild take. Like
I said, Trevor Lawrence. I keep telling y'all,
that's even worse, nigga. That's even effing worse.
I don't know. I think the Jaguars are a playoff team, but I'm not calling them a contender either.
It's just so fucking funny, bro, because I could have sworn that.
But Baltimore having Super Bowl aspirations.
Oh, now you want to go to Herbert? That's what you want to do? Now we going to Herbert? I didn't even mention the Chargers. I didn't even mention the Chargers. Now you want to go to Herbert?
That shit.
Can we? Like, this is why we should have moved on. Like, these niggas reached so far. Now you going to the Chargers, bro. Now you went to the Chargers.
We'll be here all night with this.
Now you don't believe in the Chargers after that shit.
I didn't say I didn't believe in the Chargers. We're not talking about the Chargers. We're talking about Baltimore.
He's just giving like a comparison.
We're talking about who you believe in over Baltimore. And you brought up the damn Jags, nigga. You brought up the Jags.
Duval County, 904, nigga. What the fuck? I told you. Trevor Lawrence.
Hey, Ragu, I knew it was gonna come sooner or later where he was gonna show the true side. That's what it is right there, Ragu. That's really what it is. That's the
you act like you
been all summer.
I told you he going to the AFC Championship. I didn't stutter. I said,
so Isaiah is even saying more guys than Burrow and Mahomes. He's saying,
yeah, he think that's what it is. He think that's what it is this season.
I told you.
But that's hopes and dreams, though. He ain't going off of football. Like, he ain't going off of paper.
I'm not going off of football. He had similar stats to motherfucking Herbert did last year.
JC be hating too, though. JC just be hating, though.
I'm just saying, of all teams to bring up, this nigga said the Jags. You could have brought up any effing body else. This nigga said.
But Trevor Lawrence is, you never know. Trevor Lawrence may come out and have a bang out.
You never know. This nigga said you never know. But when I said Baltimore, y'all niggas all wrote it off.
Because he gets bounced in the first or second round.
Answer this question. Was Justin Herbert an elite quarterback last year? Yes or no?
He was hurt, so no.
Now get the fuck out of
here. Justin Herbert?
He was hurt. No.
Yeah, but what about while he was playing?
He was hurt, and the receiver core was hurt. So no.
Okay. And who did Trevor Lawrence have last year at receiver, nigga?
Christian Kirk, that guy, nigga.
Oh, now Christian Kirk, that guy. Yeah.
Let's talk about why they pay him so much money.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I like Christian Kirk.
Let's keep this train rolling.
Let's go.
I got a reminder set on my phone from January 2024. We're gonna come back to this tape. We're gonna see who's right.
I can't wait. I can't effing wait.
All right.
Hey, y'all just disrespect the Baltimore.
There's no right or wrong, bro. There is no right or wrong. We just saying. I mean, this whole thing was triggered by JC saying Baltimore has Super Bowl aspirations. There's nothing.
They act like I said the Texans or the Colts have Super Bowl aspirations.
There's nothing.
That's how y'all treated that.
It's just that they keep getting bounced.
For a shot in there talking about the Colts and shit, nigga. My boy already.
I'm just thinking of the worst teams in the league. Nigga.
I'm just saying. My boy already said we don't expect the Colts. You ain't even have to do all that, bro. You ain't even have to do all that.
That was ain't nothing to come back to. It ain't no date to set to come back to.
All right, can we finish these predictions, man? I will see.
Please, brother. Please, brother. Go.
I'll see you niggas.
We ain't even made it to the late games yet.
Now, Titans and Saints. They got the Saints favored by 3. I'm taking that all day. I'm taking the Titans +3. They smoking crack.
I agree.
I'll take the Saints.
I'm gonna take the Saints as well.
Yeah, I'm going with Tennessee. I feel like Tennessee can do that. I think they can walk out with that.
I like.
Norman,
I normally where's the game at, but I don't even give a fuck.
It's in New Orleans. That's probably why they gave him that.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the Saints.
Definitely give me the Saints.
Yeah, it's in New Orleans.
Give me the Saints.
Thanks,
no,
man.
I don't know.
You got the Saints, Norman?
Got the Saints. Carr about to prove that.
Believe in Derek Carr. That's your guy.
Norman, no.
Damn, it just had to be a team we was just Evan talking about. We got Isaiah team versus Jay Will team. They got the Jags by 4.5 on the Colts.
Oh, Jazz covering.
Actually covering that one probably by a couple touchdowns.
That's a game.
He said probably by, damn, you disgusted, bro. He said by a couple.
But I'm looking at it like it's Anthony Richardson's first game, so like I'm looking at it as okay, he may just throw for like 150 yards. Probably not have just as great as the performance, kind of just getting his feet wet.
Another gimme on the card.
We have no running back,
so you said that's easily covered.
Yeah, we don't have Jonathan Taylor. Zach Moss has broken his arm. We have no running back. We cut Kenyon Drake. So I mean,
what about Deion Jackson?
He's like, I'm not even giving you a response.
It's crazy because our best running back right now is probably Anthony Richardson.
If y'all listen, we gave y'all 2 gimmies on the card, man. Washington by 7 and the Jags by 4.5.
Damn, I low key don't want to do this game.
No, do it. I know it's that Rams game.
And the Rams are getting smoked. Whoever they're
y'all don't even know who we playing, and y'all talking about we getting smoked.
I'll play the Seahawks.
Seahawks, whooping that ass.
All right, I want to know the point spread on that.
The Florida Gators. I'm taking the Gators.
5.5.
What is it?
Oh, Seahawks. That's another gimme. That should.
Yep.
Nigga, please. I'm taking that. That's gonna be a fight battle. That's a division rivalry, nigga. We've been whipping on the Seahawks.
Just barely.
Matter of fact, that's money line, nigga. We starting one. Seahawks don't. Seahawks don't beat us, nigga.
I hope you're ready to start talking about.
And I'll be here for the standing on that, nigga. Seahawks don't beat us, nigga. See y'all next Tuesday.
They for sure.
Oh no, they gonna beat y'all, just not by 5.5.
Yeah.
They gonna win.
You took Rams cover on that?
I got Rams. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My guy, my G right there, man.
I don't think it's a bad
OG
point.
right there.
They always get it on, man. It's only gonna be within 3
exactly.
points.
That's a division rivalry. Y'all think niggas is just finna lay down.
Let's go back to when. Hey, JC. What they don't know is even when Seattle was the Legion of Boom, they used to barely beat the Rams.
My brother in Christ, you said that the Seahawks don't beat y'all. The lie detector determined that was a lie. They went 2-0 against y'all last year. Swept that ass.
Nigga, nobody count that still when niggas is hurt. Nobody count that still when niggas is hurt. What is you talking about? So now look at the last. Okay, Isaiah. Since you searching, look at the last 4 seasons before that, nigga. Since we looking at shit. Yeah, I thought so.
You look that shit up, nigga.
I thought so, nigga.
You look that shit up for your narrative, nigga. You look that shit up for your narrative. It don't support my narrative, nigga.
Now let's go. Eagles and Patriots.
Eagles.
I'm sorry, that's going to Philly.
You don't even know the point spread. Damn type of fan is you.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest. That's gonna be that's gonna be yikes. What's the spread on it?
3.5.
Wow.
Oh, they got some real faith.
It's Belichick, nigga. He ain't getting blown out on the first game.
But it's fucking Philly who just got Nolan Smith and a bunch of.
That is true.
And they getting their rings and shit that night though.
What rings, nigga?
What rings?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's wrong team.
I was about to say they're handing out
NFC championship rings. They get the banner up there. I mean.
I was gonna say they're handing out NFC Championship rings now.
Yeah, they got NFC Championship rings, but they already
Most
got
of the divisional banner up there, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh wow, that nigga Ragu ain't gonna like this one.
But yeah,
Broncos and Raiders.
It's another gimme on the card, man. That's 4 of them. That's 4 gimmies.
They got Broncos by 4, man. I need everybody picks on
Donkeys
that.
don't beat us.
Raiders.
Raiders by 5. Nigga, fuck you mean?
yeah.
I feel like the Raiders should beat Denver. I don't even care if it's at Denver.
Norman, who you got? I'm interested to hear who you got.
I got the Raiders by 7 in that one.
Real nigga.
Show up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Gonna show you what he do best, baby.
Hey, JC, it's 4 and not 4.5.
It's 4. It's the live bet right now. It's 4.
Oh, so yeah, it was 4.5. So that means too much money was going on Raiders. They
Hell yeah,
all the money's going on the Raiders.
Niggas is like, especially Raider fans, they like, you got us effed up. The Broncos getting us by 4.5. Norman, who'd you pick for that?
Go with the Raiders, baby. Jimmy G gonna win that one. He just win.
Here you go. That nigga said Jimmy G.
Jimmy G to Adams, baby. They gonna have 4 touchdowns. Baby.
Even if I was to take the Broncos, I definitely wouldn't take them for no 4 or 4.5 points. So I would take the cover on that, but I think that's gonna be a good game. Packers and Bears. We got
Honestly,
Packers and Bears. Is the curse finally over? Do the Packers still own the Bears, or what's gonna be the deal with that? They got the Bears by 1.5.
That's a tough one right there, boy.
That's a gimme. That's as close to a gimme in the NFL as you can get.
For who?
I mean a pick 'em. I mean, not gimme, but pick 'em.
Okay.
That's a pick 'em. Wow, where's the game at? Chicago.
Yep.
Give me the Bears.
It really depends on how confident you are in Justin Fields right now, but I think the Bears will.
Again, and before I go ahead and make that note, like you just said, Jay Will, I'm gonna piggyback off of what you kind of just said. Is do we trust that offensive line for Chicago?
That's a question.
Justin Fields can run though, so you know.
I know, but he can't run for 60 minutes.
He did it
That's
a
a
couple
fact.
games. Well,
And he ain't just the best player when it comes to making those decisions.
Especially on the Packers, nigga. That defense ain't went nowhere.
Yeah.
Rodgers did, nigga.
And don't get me wrong, like, yes, he got Mooney and a couple receivers, but again, like Isaiah has been saying since the offseason and everyone else, you have to have a line in order to operate those weapons and go through your reads. Granted, Norm, you said he can run, and that's great, but can he run from the first quarter?
Nigga ain't about to just run all over no Packers for for no whole game. You said it best, Dre.
like I said, Bears winning by touchdown.
Bears by a touchdown? Oh, this nigga crazy.
Ooh.
This nigga crazy.
Incredible circles and hit somebody wide open down the field.
This nigga crazy.
Watch.
You just saying that because you hating on Jordan Love right now. That's what you basing this on.
Love is garbage, all right?
Another quarterback from a small school taken in the first round. Crazy.
But are you excited, Norm, that you don't have to see AR-12 no more?
Nah, that nigga shouldn't care about that. He wasn't beating him.
Well, yeah, y'all were still winning regardless.
I'm about to say, don't the 49ers own Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I was about to, and they've knocked him out every time.
I don't want to get too much into it, but I still don't understand how of all years to leave the NFC, he chose this one.
Yeah.
To go to the AFC when it's as loaded as it's ever been. Like, I don't understand the logic, but
still that nigga.
Maybe he's trying to prove a point.
Maybe he just wanted that New York market. Maybe that's what it is.
That or he's trying to prove a point.
If he do something in the AFC, then it's gonna.
Yeah.
He's trying to do what Joe Montana and TB did.
Miami and the Chargers. They got the Chargers by 3. I already know Isaiah answer.
Miami covering, nigga.
I'm sorry. I think, even though he's the fake sunshine, but I got the Chiefs. Chiefs. I got
Yeah,
Chargers
see, look,
in
you
that.
saying bullshit. That's why you messed up on what you said.
I got Chargers. What you talking
I agree
about?
with Dre. I got Chargers, but
I got Chargers. Everybody healthy. All the receivers is out there. I'm going with Chargers.
Damn,
What's the
Isaiah.
spread?
So is Isaiah by himself? Okay, so Ragu, I think you the last one. Dolphins and Chargers. They got the Chargers by 3.
A straight 3?
Yep.
Game at SoFi?
Yes, sir.
They ain't got no damn fans in there. Like, no way.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why that matters. That's just like an away game.
I'm actually about to relocate them in Madden back to San Diego.
I'm going to say Miami, man.
Miami.
Miami's going to win the
So
game.
the Raider fans went with my. You know what? Y'all going against y'all AFC West nemesis. That's what y'all doing.
Except for Isaiah.
I didn't believe that.
That's my guy.
All right, we got Dallas and the Giants. Dallas by 3.5.
I think Giants winning an upset. Or
I'm feeling the upset.
I got Giants.
I'm going to lie. That's what I thought initially. My initial thought.
This could be a potential.
If it was the playoffs, you might have had some action at that.
I think Dak Prescott has a shaky game, and it's going to kind of cost the Cowboys.
I think he throws at least 3 INTs.
He said
on the first day.
It's Dak Prescott we're talking about. Come on, don't act surprised.
He said he only throwing 10 interceptions this season.
Yeah, that was a crazy take too.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's gonna happen. They run the ball most of the game. You know.
Oh, they for sure running that ball. They finna get all of that out of Pollard. They finna get all that spit.
And then they're gonna not pay him. Watch. Thank you. Let's go.
Y'all got a little too quiet after that. If y'all would have intervened, I would have let it go.
That was a good save.
Yeah, I was about to say he noticed it got quiet. He was like, hold on, maybe I should say something.
Dorman, would you to Dallas or Giants?
I'm going with the upset with the Giants, baby. You know what I'm saying? Danny Jones.
Damn, that's 3 people.
Yeah, so you don't just got them covering, you got them winning the game.
Yeah, I got them winning.
Boy, them upsets you niggas got, y'all can make some bread this weekend.
I think it's possible. I really do see the Giants upsetting them. I can just see it.
Giants upsetting who?
Dallas.
They got Dallas by 3.5.
That's 3.5. Man, I'm gonna take New York.
The game.
I think that's gonna be a good game, but
I
got Dallas pulling that out, and not by a field goal. So yeah, I'm gonna take Dallas on that.
Trey Lance will get his first start after his 3. No, I'm playing.
Damn, wouldn't that be crazy?
Imagine, bro.
That would be crazy.
Imagine if Trey Lance, for some reason, gets in that game week 1. He just shows out. I know every 49ers fan is just going to be looking at their.
Niners fans would be sick and eating. That's
I know that would be hurt, boy.
Yeah, and then Isaiah's going to come on here and be like, "That was
make
one
the
game."
Trade. To me, that would make the trade even worse. If Trey Lance ends up balling out, that would make that trade even worse. But everything that happened, the original trade and how it transpired after.
Yeah, that'll happen in a dream world, but not.
You know, it's funny. Even if that was to happen,
you over there really living up to your name, bro. It's just miserable over there. Miserable.
And it's funny because even if that was to happen, even if Trey Lance was to ball out like that and get a start, Isaiah would come on the show next week and be like, "Nigga, that was one game."
Exactly. Dre, you are learning this man. You are learning this man.
It's same shit, but it's all right. It's all right.
Isaiah, smile. It's football.
All of a sudden, the Giants defense gonna be bums.
Oh,
it's gonna be one or the other.
It's all right.
All right. Last but not least, we got. Is this Monday night? Oh no, this Sunday. This Sunday night prime time. You got the Bills and the Jets. Aaron Rodgers in his debut. They got the Bills winning that by 2.5.
I don't know. I feel like Aaron
I love the
Rodgers.
schedule makers, boy.
You feel like them niggas knew that?
Yeah, they really know how to put it on, boy. Shout out to them schedule makers. What's the spread here, JC?
Points.
3.5. I mean, no, my bad. 2.5. 2.5 Bills.
Bills okay.
That's gonna be a good game right there.
It is gonna be a good game. I think AR 8 and the Jets will find a way to pull it out.
I think Jets. I think AR struggles his first game.
That could happen.
The Bills are gonna pull that out and cover that spread.
I agree with you, Jason.
Hey, question. V Miller's playing this year, correct? He's not.
I got the Jets beating them.
You got the Jets. Okay, you got the Jets money line.
Yeah, yeah. They, Bills 9-8 this year. They're gonna fall on their face, and this is the beginning of it, right here. This game one.
Yeah, give me the Jets.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
You say you got the Jets, Isaiah?
Yeah, give me the Jets money line.
Jets by 9?
Money line, he said.
Oh, money line. I was about to say. God damn. Norman?
Jets money line.
Got the Bills, baby.
So we only got what, 2? Jay Will, who'd you pick?
I got Bills.
So we split on this half and half. Half
Yeah,
Bills, half Jets.
Woo. And you said, what would you say, JC? You said you had AR struggling?
Yeah, I think he's gonna struggle the first game. Just like he used to do with the Packers. The nigga be charged the first game and then go on like a 7-game winning streak.
Remember that goose egg against New Orleans a few years ago?
Yep, he had that, and then I think they lost like 40 to
31-0. 31-0.
So I see that taking
like
place.
an MVP.
Is there no?
I do remember that, but I'm not sure.
Monday Night Football on week 1?
There has to be.
Oh no, that is the Bills and Jets. Okay. For some reason on the FanDuel split, it didn't say Monday. It said Sunday. So Monday Night Football, Bills and Jets, and we split. Sounds like we split on that. So see y'all Tuesday, huh?
It's Tuesday, baby.
Hey, real quick,
you gonna be hiding if you lose to the Steelers, nigga.
Right here, I'm gonna have my laptop at work, nigga. I'm gonna be ready.
Man, are y'all ready, gentlemen?
I'm pumped, bro.
Are y'all ready for a football team to determine y'all mood for the next 4 months?
Go Raiders! Go Raiders is all I got to say.
It's already affected Florida flan in here, so I don't know. You're looking depressed over there. Look like you're not ready for football season this year, man.
We'll see.
Hey, Isaiah, aren't you excited?
This is Drea.
Let's see. Week 1 will tell me how excited I'll be for the season.
Here's the thing.
If we lose to Denver, we gonna come in this motherfucker Tuesday, Budo.
But that's the thing, though. Ragu, I was gonna ask you and Isaiah before we get up off here. If y'all beat Denver, would y'all even care though?
Yeah, I'm a care.
Denver's one of the 5 wins I gave us. So
yeah. So when
did y'all have you like here or?
Yeah. So like Isaiah said, it's really gonna determine a lot what happens Sunday.
All right. Well, thank you to my brothers for pulling up, man, for this great preview episode that we had. Thank you to everybody for tuning in the way y'all have been. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's take this to the furthest extent. Thank y'all for, tuning in on all our major directories from Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. All y'all got to do is type in All Grind Sports Show, man, and we'll pull up, man. We had a great episode today, man. I believe this is episode 66 in the books. So we're getting up there, man. We'll put a button on it here. Go Rams, go Lakers, go Dodgers.
Go Raiders.
Peace.
Go
New England, baby.